I'm ready. I'm ready, spaghetti.
Going with the sauce.
Goaded with the pizza pasta, spaghetti and meatballs. Hello, everyone. How you all doing? This lovely time zone. I know I'm a little late, and I apologize for that, but you will find out why in a few seconds here. But regardless, we're good to go. I got a sheep on my head. Say hello,
That's
sheep.
me. I'm the sheep. Hello.
Yes, very lovely. Today we're going to be doing a villain friendship tier list, or as I like to call it, which villain would I be friends with the most out of the ones I've collected thus far. I appreciate people giving me their recommendations, such as Beesbox and Owl, and a few of my other friends as well. And let me tell you, it's been an ordeal. It has been a task and a half collecting all these villains in my head and whatnot. Some of you might recognize, some of you probably don't know. I don't know a few of these myself anyway, based on other people's recommendations, but for the majority of them, I hope you will understand them. And might pique your interest about some of these characters too in the process. The only thing is that I might have to get a better picture for some of them, because the picture frames that they have for the tier list kind of block out some of their heads or whatnot, but that's besides the point. Either way, first things first though, if you would like to be part of the discussion and whatnot, do let me know. I can bring you on here, you give your 2 cents or whatnot, or if you have any other comments or whatnot, do let me know behand. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm hoping I do it one and done, but if you'd like to see more tier lists later on of different varieties and whatnot, do let me know. Maybe I can make that to a channel point redeem. We'll see. And as like for the premise of this anyway, there are going to be spoilers. There's going to be a lot of spoilers for a lot of stuff. Depending on what we discuss and whatnot, because Peach is here and whatnot, I don't want to ruin anything for them.
We should also
per
just
se.
say a spoiler warning before we talk about the thing we're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Disclaimer for spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled by certain characters and whatnot, I would mute or just not risk doing that anyway. But that's besides the point.
We could always just
What?
we could always just bring it up what game they're from. When it
I mean,
comes to it.
some of these are from games, some of these are from shows, so or movies. But
Holy moly,
they
that is
are
a
allowed to
big.
discuss. I have quite a few, as you can see.
Oh, you're drinking water.
It's a big one. I'm not gonna lie.
You're already drinking water.
Yeah, I gotta apparently drink Deathmore's to make me drink. Thank you. And I switched the wrong scene by accident. All right.
I already see some character I recognize.
I would hope so. Oh, snack time as well. I guess I gotta eat some stuff in the process. I got
What do
some
you have for snacks?
spinach. Beans! You dropped in right as we were starting this. My word. Well, hello. You got me, you catch me right this moment as I'm opening this bag of spinach and chewing some because Deathmore requested me to.
Bag of
thank you very
spinach.
A bag of spinach. It's Popeye branded spinach.
Huh? What?
That's a thing. Look it up.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, it's just spinach with Popeye's logo on it.
Like from like the show.
Oh yeah.
This is a bag of spinach.
It's a bag of spinach. You'd think it would come in a can, like traditionally anyway, but.
I mean,
nah,
I'm not
bags
gonna
is too
complain with snack choices because I like spinach, so I'm not gonna really say anything about it.
I mean, the other options were some peppermint bark, some yogurt, and
Yogurt
pickles.
Pickles are awesome.
Otherwise, I'd have to leave, or some like almond covered taffy. Otherwise, I'd have to leave and go to the kitchen to get some stuff, which I didn't want to do. So now I'm having a hard time closing my fridge. Give me a second here. I gotta reorganize some things. You caught me off guard with the spinach stuff more. Right, now I gotta stretch because I gotta do that too. I'm gonna be sitting here and talking for a while, so good to loosen up the bones. And before I forget,
Yeah.
because I am a good streamer, thank you very much for the Raid Bees box. For those that don't know, I am Just Was the Best. I am a variety streamer and 2D artist. I play fantasy games, platformers, a couple of shoot 'em ups here and there, but not very many. I just like playing when I play and making lovely art for my friends and fans. So, thank you very much for the raid again. I'm gonna finish the spinach that's in my mouth. Yeah, it started on a mess. What's happening to me? All right. Good golly. Anyway, to start off, this is a character requested by Owl Owl, the lovely Owl Owl, maker of my Hydrate Redeem and my Nekoark model. They are, if I can find the character up. Should probably bring up their list while I can. Before I forget. I'm gonna use the good old the villains wikia.
What the
in
hell's a Lotus
process.
Eater machine?
Oh yes, I forgot to break off the tier list anyway. So these tier lists and whatnot, depending on the villain, I either want to be their bestie, invite them out to lunch. I try to convince them to be better. Part of them, leave it at that. Put them in a Lotus Eater machine, which, if you don't know, a Lotus Eater machine is a device where it puts the user to sleep and lets them dream their most greatest fantasy come to life, like the most like perfect reality for them, and traps them in there for the rest of their days unless they figure out a way to wake up. It's basically like jail, but pleasant for the person. Hi, Kathy. How you doing?
Okay, I have so many questions about this. For starters, is that not cruel?
Are what they're doing not cruel?
Well, I mean, like, I think that's worse than putting them in jail.
Well, here's the thing. You put them in jail, they're gonna get out anyway. They're half the time they're gonna break out of jail or cause some horde
Do you
of ruckus
think
and
they
whatnot.
won't eventually figure out it's a dream?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, but then you actually just put them in jail and whatnot. Or that, you just kill them anyway.
So you're gonna put them in jail anyway if they escape.
And this thing has to die is my favorite category.
I mean, let's be clear. Some of these do have to die.
All
There
right.
are some that are just straight up too diabolical to exist. So, where is the name of this person? They're a person that I don't really know per se. Like I saw them and they're like, I have no idea who this
Okay,
premise
I
is.
think we
so-
should put you in a Lotus Eater machine. Did you realize what your notification is for Twitch right now when I looked at my phone? You know what it is? It's a you are now breathing manually.
Yeah.
This is my bestie.
What's wrong with
you-
what's wrong with that?
Fuck you, Peach.
The breathing manually thing, that's evil.
That's just basic method. I'm breathing manually right now. It's fine.
Have you, did you
Uh,
never ever breathe automatically before?
You can see if I find this person anyway.
Who are we looking at first?
Their name is Agent Tequila from Kingsman.
Oh, I know who that is.
You do?
Oh, I know
'Cause-
exactly what he did too.
Please tell me, because I have no idea.
Wait, you have no idea? Okay, so
I
I've seen
have
the
no
King-
idea.
I've seen the Kingsman.
Who the heck
Yeah,
is this
uh,
guy? Who is
Chat,
this
stop
man?
me. Wait, is that really? Is he a villain?
I don't
I don't
know.
remember what-
I'm just
Okay,
going by
I
what
haven't seen the
Al
movie in a
said.
while. I remember what the main villain of the story did. Also spoilers for Kingsman 2. That's an old movie. Should have watched it. I don't know what this guy did. I'm not gonna lie. If that's who we're thinking about, it might
Probably.
be wrong because I don't remember this guy being a villain. It
He
just might
might
be a mistaken identity.
Yeah,
Hold
possibly.
on.
Like I said, I'm just going by what Al said to me. So, I like to validate their reasoning or such. It means I'm going to try and get a better picture of them in this tier list here because they're kind of just cropped over.
Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, so like I guess I'm just gonna continue saying spoiler warning. Spoiler warning for
Yes.
Kingsman 2.
Major spoiler warnings for everything we're going to
So
be talking about.
Agent Tequila is not a bad guy. He's actually not a villain at all. I think this is just a case of the wrong name, right?
Hmm.
I think it's just a
Okay.
case of the wrong name.
So you just might,
there is
you
some-
might be here.
There is a villain in there, and I can't say this without spoiling the movie. So I guess, Kathy, do you care about this movie?
I don't care.
Okay.
Sam. Also,
All
just
right.
can you just stream your screen instead of me having to go to your Twitch to look at this?
Oh, sure, yeah, I could do that. Might be easier for you in that regard. Where is it here? Also, there's a lot of people here. Oh, they're in a
Oh.
different channel. That's why. Okay. Do-do-do-do.
So Tequila is not. So again, spoiler for the movie. Tequila is not a bad guy. He's never a bad guy during the movie. There is another agent that ends up double crossing the good guys, and his name is Agent. I think. Hold on. I'm looking this up to make sure I'm right. Yes,
I'm glad,
I'm
I'm
right.
glad I have validation here.
Yeah. His name is Agent Whiskey.
Okay. Let's see if I
So
can find
this
him.
guy is a bad guy, which I thought that's what the choice they were going with. But then I looked up who Tequila was, and I was like, wait a minute, that guy's not a bad guy. Whiskey is a bad guy. But like, so there, here you can look what exactly he does because I'm not entirely sure what he does.
Wait, is
But-
his name Jack Daniels?
His name is Whiskey.
No, his. It says right there, Jack Daniels.
That's
yeah.
his real name. His code name is Agent Whiskey, which is funny
Are
enough.
we not
'cause
seeing the comedy here?
Yeah, I'm seeing the comedy.
I'm seeing
Jess
the
is
comedy. I'm just choosing to ignore it.
So, I guess I'm gonna try to summarize what he did, but again, if I'm wrong, I think it's better to like check the facts on the wiki. But
Relationship with a high school sweetheart. Grew up strong girlfriend. Hey, happy. That seems nice. This caused Danny to lost everything. Oh, okay, 2 men killing his child and whatnot. Sad backstory. Apparently, he had a good wife and whatnot, and then his wife got killed while she was pregnant. So that led to him dealing with drugs or developed hatred for drug addicts, because apparently meth addicts came to his house or came to his store and killed him. So that's good premise for a tragic backstory for a villain. He received time which became physical use of wisp and lasso, as you see right here, whipping some guys out of oblivion. Where did he go being a bad villain per se?
he double crosses the guy at the end, I think.
I wonder if he's in the villain Wikia here.
Agent Whiskey.
Tequila.
Are we treating Tequila
No.
as no? Tequila. His name is not Tequila. It's Whiskey.
Yeah, Tequila was the person we were thinking
Tequila
of.
is the guy who we thought was a bad guy, but that guy's
Yeah.
a good guy.
That's definitely not the right man.
Who is this?
I have no idea. Why is he not in here?
I guess because he's like, some people might not consider him a really villain. He's basically a guy who was grieving for his dead girlfriend and like, yeah, I just hate all drug addicts, so we should kill them, all of them. Not per se the worst dude, but
No, but apparently he dies by getting uppercutted into a meat grinder.
yeah, it was actually
Some-
really cool.
That was cool as premises go.
I mean, it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's valid. I don't really know where it says that he's double crossing. Like, I guess with the premise of someone double crossing you, I'm gonna get rid of this thing because I don't need to worry about it anymore. The premise of double crossing them, or just something like that, or betraying someone's trust, I absolutely despise. You are my friendship. I expect you to be a good friend. You double cross me, I'm coming for you. So.
Wait, what if he's already dead though? Do we still put? Do we still?
We're
put him
gonna
in
be
die?
going on the premise of
They're alive.
they're still alive. Otherwise, if they were dead, half the characters in this list would be gone.
Or hear me out. You could make a category called Revive with Necromancy to put in jail, or something.
I think
Actually,
we'll
no.
go with the
I
we'll go with the
haven't-
category. We'll go with the idea. I think to keep it simple, that they're alive to some degree. Oh, we can add it. Well,
I have an idea. Hold on.
add category.
I'm a very organized streamer, as you can clearly see.
No, you're.
No.
You guys like chicken tenders?
Oh, delicious.
Is a boneless wing not just a chicken nugget?
I got chicken tenders.
Is that not just boneless wings?
No.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
I'm gonna use the icon for Agent Tequila here as Agent Whiskey. I'd say put him in jail.
In the Lotus. Put him in the Lotus machine.
Send them to sleep. Put them in the Lotus machine. Lotus eating machine. All right.
Is that the next person I think who it is?
Is it Albert Wesker you're thinking of?
It's
Yes.
Albert Wesker.
We all know Albert Wesker. We
Kill
don't
this
need to worry
man.
about looking.
Kill him, kill
The
him.
guy who. hold on. Let me discuss.
Okay, hold on.
Discuss.
Right. Okay,
Let me discuss the premise before we execute him. All right.
Okay. All right.
This man starts off as a man who was raised by, I think, some scientists as like a genetics project or whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. or like a super soldier kind of program. I can't remember for sure. He was not natural, to say the least. His upbringing was very not natural. But as he develops later on, he goes to the premise of being a man who believes that humanity is on the brink of its own downfall, and that he's trying to save humanity by pretty much killing off all the imperfect people through Ouroboros to be the most like strong and basic group of enemies. Anyway, I'm a
Welcome to the
I'll kill this
Capcade.
man.
Okay, so
Ghost is a
before the
yonder,
issue, I
right?
think-
Thank you very much for the follow.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate it. How you doing?
Is that Steven from Steven Universe on the right?
Which person?
Very right.
No, I don't think that's Steven.
But this
Universe.
person?
No, not
No.
The right.
To the right next to the guy with the orange coat.
Oh no, that's Dee and
No, no.
Amy from Kim Possible.
Oh.
And Steven, what'd he do? He existed. I hate him.
I hate him too.
I thought I like missed something in like the plot when I watched. Like what?
No. You're fine. Anyway.
My boy.
Kathy, do you know this person? Apparently, because they say that you are a happy person, per se.
Kathy, you're gay.
What person?
Ghost said you're gay, Kathy.
Ghost is a yandere. Actually, no, aren't I friends with Ghost on Discord? I think I am. Either way, hi. Good to see you. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Anyway, moving on. Getting back on track here. Andros from Star Fox.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Apparently 2, at least. Unless they remake the game, in which case it's more. But, I'll be honest, this guy gave me nightmares as a kid, and he still does to this day, because the way they did his model in the N64 game is just horrifying. It literally brought me deep troubles as a kid, and an adult. Either way, this guy started as a scientist, and then tried to become a god by making his head gigantic and giving himself 2 giant hands.
He
I don't really know
robots
how he
himself.
does it. I don't know how he did it, but, I'm killing him.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think you should kill him.
Gotta kill him.
I think you should kill him.
This thing gotta die. I usually give people a second chance. Not this thing though. This thing can perish. Please.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it anymore.
Oh, I know
Uh,
this next one.
We both do. I don't know about Kathy, but Audrey from Wonder
Audrey
Song.
from Wander
Isn't
Song.
that like the person that is called the hero?
The hero,
Yes,
yeah.
the one
Yeah.
person where apparently
Kill 'em.
that's the only way you can get achievements in the game
Yeah.
is through them, which
Kathy's
is a
like,
nice
kill
touch.
him.
Kill
Kill her.
I mean, hold on now.
Okay.
They are a very narcissistic and egomaniac per se, and they did try to end the world in the hopes of being an actual good person. And even though the bar did try to reason with them to be a better person and whatnot and help save the day, they did try to end it all and take away his hopes and dreams.
Let me
I feel
be
like
the
it would be better
optimistic
suited
one.
to serve you instead.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a fate worse than death, but I'm okay with that.
They don't deserve to die. They deserve to be having a worse fate.
All right, that
Almost
sounds good to me.
destroyed the world. You get a second chance.
You get a second chance as being an undead servant to Peach. Why not?
Yeah.
You know,
Why didn't we pick Wesker then? Like, Wesker
No,
would be so much
No,
better.
kill Wesker. That guy
Okay.
had too many chances.
yeah.
No, the point is that I thought this was a fate worse than like death.
I mean, Whisker, he's got a good voice.
kill
What
him.
can I say?
Just get it over with.
Just kill him, get it all over with. Audrey,
Yeah,
I have a
we shot him
personal
with the
vendetta
rocket.
against.
Didn't work. Wasn't good enough. Do it again.
I had to put him in lava. Either way.
Oh, look. Kathy, you've seen the Avatar, right?
No.
Okay.
You have not?
Nope.
All right, well, spoil
Well,
that for
next
the
one is
Avatar.
Azula.
Azula from the Avatar. I personally find Azula very tragic. Because despite all the horrible things they did, you should have a Battlefield 2049 tier where you hate them so much but you don't want them to die. Well, that's Peach's tier. That's the Peach tier for. Anyway, that's fine. Anyway, back on topic. I feel really bad for Azula because, yeah, like I said, despite all the horrible things they did and how they treated their brother and their friends, they're 14. They're only 14 years old. during the whole show. And they thought that they were being mistreated by their mother to the point where they like went insane. And at the defeat, they're literally crying. I can't help but feel really bad for them.
I think.
I think we should kill him.
You think you kill everybody.
I think we can convince her to be
I
better.
think if you're
I think we-
failing at 14, like you can't. You ain't.
Well, Zuko and like was
Put her
a
in the
major
forever box.
villain for the Avatar series to begin with, and then he became better.
I will.
Zuko's
I will.
my goat, so like he's fine.
I will be optimistic. I think we can convince her to be better.
No,
Yeah, I'm
I can
with
tie-
you.
Up at 14.
I'm with
I
Peach on
can
this.
talk-
I was
I can
honestly
talk
gonna.
about you, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna think about pardoning them and leave it at that, but I feel like we could try and be a better person.
I don't know what that next one is. It's a baby.
Is
Kill-
that the-
This
that
one is
baby
probably gonna be the
Jimmy
only
Neutron?
one I know.
Kill
This is Baby Eddie from Jimmy Neutron. They are a baby voiced by Mark DiCarlo.
Kill it.
They are the
Already
most evil
kill it?
baby I know. They have a motorbike that
baby,
they ride
that's-
around in, and they have advanced
Well, maybe you
knowledge
should put
of
me in the
intelligence.
kill category for being a villain.
I thought about it. I thought about it, but I'm just put him in the Lotus City machine. Put him to sleep.
It's the forever box.
Put him
Oh, I
in the
know.
Forever box.
I know this one.
This
that
is
Madeline?
Madeline.
That's
or
Madeline.
Madeline. Madeline from Celeste. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that really a villain?
They,
Hey, it's yourself.
They are.
And no
the
one's
main-
more of a evil person than yourself.
Well, here's the thing. I can't really put the mountain in a tier list as a villain. It's a mountain. But Madeline does go against
If
you
we're
many
treating
times.
Madeline as a separate entity, I'd put her in bestie. I think we get along.
I agree wholeheartedly because Madeline, if I was in the mountain instead of Madeline, would it just be an evil version of me? I can't hate myself. I'm gonna be best friends with this.
It's your self-doubt.
Exactly.
Me and my self-doubt are cool. We're really close.
They gotta help each other out and build each other down.
Well, the other thing too is you can't really. It's at the end of the day, Madeline is just a representation of yourself. You can't put part of yourself in a Lotus machine. Or
But I can't be best friends with myself.
I mean, but putting them in jail, I guess it would be essentially like
I am my
putting
biggest
in the
fan,
back of
Ken.
your subconscious, never to be broken out again, until eventually you die and
guess.
have been put down or something like that. I'm sure there are some people that would try, to be sure. But either way, I would be very good friends with them.
What's
Next, Beautiful Gorgeous from Jimmy Neutron as well.
Okay, I know about this character a bit. I just
Is
don't
that
know
the-
a lot.
is that the guy that makes fun of him at that like fast food job? Am I dumb?
No, I think this is
No.
a another character.
Different character. This
Okay,
is
'cause
from
they all look
the
the same to me.
This is from the agent special they did with Jet Fusion. Apparently, she's like a supposedly spy person, like classic James Bond villain type of trope, where they turned out to be the daughter of the main antagonist or main villain of the show. They try to kill him. They later come back in a marriage setting where they try to marry Jet Fusion, only to get him hypnotized to kill Jimmy, which ultimately fails. So you think they turn over a new leaf, and then they go up and see, like, I'm a villain, I've always been a villain, so. On one hand, I feel bad for them, but at the same time, they're a villain, and they said they'll stay as a villain, so.
Jail.
Yeah, put him in jail. It's fine.
The forever box is jail, right?
Sure, let's go with that. Whatever you wanted to call it. Lotus City Machine Jail. The reason why I said Lotus City Machine to begin with is just because there are some villains I do not trust with just putting in a prison. Mainly because they've either broken out or something happens while they're in jail. That's their fault, and they just kind of like are too sneaky to do anything about it, so. Either way. Next runner-up, the Black Knight from Shovel Knight. He's like the main rival of Shovel Knight, I believe. You guys know about Shovel Knight, right?
Never played that game.
You never played Shovel Knight?
I've never played Shovel Knight.
Well,
That's like
fun.
that's like the game that's a sequel to Hollow Knight, right?
No, definitely not.
No, we're never getting that one.
Oh.
I don't think Shovel Knight has ever collaborated with Hollow Knight, period. At most, they
But, like-
collaborated with, what was it called?
Didn't they
I can't
collab
remember.
like a Bug's Life or something?
They collaborated with Ukulele for like one
The Bug's
mission.
Life.
They also
Bug's Life?
collabed with Dead Cells.
Did they? I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I mean, you're probably
There's
right.
there's the nail. You can get that as a weapon. You can get a head that's just a knight's head.
No, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Shovel Knight, not Hollow Knight.
I think they also did with Shovel Knight too. I think there's just a shovel you can get as a weapon.
Yeah, that's cool. Either way, Black Knight, he's kind of a, I want to say tragic, but I'm not really too sure. And he just seems like really edgy. He's like the Shadow the Hedgehog to Shovel Knight. He's just a really edgy lad that like kind
Nothing
of works for the
personality.
Enchantress, but also doesn't. He like tries to stop you, and the Enchantress like grants him power to be a more like rivalable person. The main reason is, like, the reason why I hate Shovel Knight so much is because they both have the same love interest, but even though Black Knight knows that Shovel Knight is the more, like, likable person, they still try really hard, but eventually they just kind of give up, so... They don't really seem like a bad person to me. They're just kind of, like, edgy and upset and
They're
jealous.
just your antagonist.
They're pretty much just a rival that's, like, a bully to you. Not so much like an actual villain that's trying to end you. So
You can pardon them. They're fine.
I was gonna say I could invite him to lunch.
You sure? Go eat lunch with the giant knight.
Go eat lunch with the guy who attempted to steal your girl. Yeah, no thanks.
Now I'm gonna steal her.
Well,
guy.
here's the thing, Kathy. We're gonna figure out later on why that is, and I'll tell you. The time will come. I'll just say that.
Why
Time
he
Is that
stole
the-
my girl?
Is that
Oh.
Boss Kaz?
Yes, that is Boss Cass. I'm surprised you
Boss
recognize it.
Kaz.
Yeah,
That's
Boss
Kaz,
Cass.
yeah.
Boss Cass from Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I figured I'd invite him in here just because he was a character I remember from my childhood. He was a big old jerk. He's
He's
basically a
big old
guy.
jerk.
Doesn't he try to like rule Australia or something like that?
I know this isn't a good reason, but if we kill him, we could technically like
Save Australia.
from the cassowary.
If we kill him, we could actually eat him.
Exactly.
There's something wrong with me anyway. He does try to like take over the whole of Australia several times. The past 4 games, I want to say, to the point where in the 3rd game, he kills his own lackey because they try to protect you and just out of the way, which they are remorseful for. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to take over the world. And even then, they take Ty's brother Sly and use them as their like minion without their acknowledgement, which is really diabolical. So I'm yeah. You know what? I'd say kill this bird. Kill the bird. Be done with
Kill
it.
the
It's
bird.
fine.
It's over. Food for us.
I think we're content with eating him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm pretty down with that.
Yeah.
You're
Everybody knows this guy. Everybody loves this big turtle lad, Bowser.
Invite him to
Narcissus.
lunch. Invite him to lunch.
I'm gonna do that. Well, I'm gonna do one better. I'm my best friends with Bowser.
You think you'd be best friends with Bowser?
I-
You know, I could see it.
again. I would like to ask, what exactly? Like, are we just judging him as a whole from all the games, or just like the things that carry over from game to game? Because like, if we're looking at it from everything he's done, he's tried to end the world like multiple times.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I think that's okay.
But haven't we all done that? Haven't we all done that at some point in time of our lives?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. It's fine. Sure, they tried making their own galaxy by wiping out all the other galaxies. So they tried to kill Mario and Luigi, and sometimes Peach too in the process. Sometimes, sure, they tried to take over the whole
Tried to
kingdom
kill
and
Peach?
whatnot.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he tried to
Well,
kill
what-
me.
However,
No.
I have to say, he's been through a lot. There have been several times where he's been like possessed, or like double crossed, or taken over, or something like that. I kind of feel bad for him. Plus, he's a dad. He has like 9 kids to look after, man.
You know-
that's a lot.
I have something I could make an argument here, but I'm
Sure,
not
go
going
ahead,
to.
please do. I
You know who
encourage it.
also, no, you won't like the argument I'm going to make.
Go ahead, please. This is all about
You know
discussion.
who else also was a dad? You know a guy, an evil guy in history who also was a dad? Hitler.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
That's unfortunate.
You're right. I don't like this argument. Argument valid.
Yeah. I told
But
you.
we're not discussing that.
But
We're talking
Bowser's
about
cool.
we're talking about games here, not that kind of stuff. We're fine.
Listen,
It's fine.
I'm just playing contrarian. You could put a bit there.
I'm going by
No,
video
yeah,
game
after
logic.
all, at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one that puts it on the list.
Not to mention, how many times has Mario invited into like parties and go-kart racing, or in like the Paper Mario games or whatnot? He's a
Aw.
good dad. He's a good dad that cares very much for his kids, and just wants Peach as a supportive parent per se. I don't know. He's obsessed
Listen,
with
I
Peach.
too.
Is albeit very
I want
unhealthy.
a mom
but
for my kids, but I don't think that means kidnapping them.
I will admit, I would try to
Kids?
convince him to be better, but yeah, I'll put it down. I'll convince him to try to be better.
Okay.
If that would appease you.
No,
You know,
you do you.
You do you. I'm being contrarian because I think it's quite funny to talk about this.
I mean, that's what the whole premise of this whole tier list is all about, to discuss it. So I'll put it in the middle. I'll find him at the lunch. I'll do that.
And tell them, hey, you gotta stop kidnapping Peach.
And be like, hey, you ever seen Birdo? You ever seen
You ever
Birdo?
tried using Tinder, bro? Like, you ever used a dating app? Like,
I'm single. Maybe we can help each other out and trying to find a relationship in our own healthy way.
oh, that.
Not with each other. I want to be very clear. Not with each other, but I'm just saying we can help. We can relate in that regard.
Is that Captain Hook?
That is Captain Hook. I don't like this man from Peter Pan. He kidnaps kids and he kills his own crewmen just because they annoy him. There's really a moment in one of the movies where he shoots a guy from his window over his desk, over his shoulder in a very cool way, just because he's playing on an accordion while he's trying to look through a map. Plus, he tries to kidnap Wendy twice. Although he doesn't know that Wendy is an adult now, so he accidentally kidnaps her daughter instead. But
Easy. Just kill him.
I'm sorry. He didn't know that she was an adult, so he kidnapped.
because where they're from in Wonderland, people don't grow up for some reason. Like the kids there don't grow up. I don't know how
I don't think
Captain
the
Hook and
kids
the rest
also-
of them are.
I don't think the kids don't change shape either.
He knew that where Wendy was. He didn't know that Wendy got married and had a kid, so he just kidnapped the first girl he saw out the window. That's basically the
thought-
premise of the second story.
I don't know. I just think this Captain Hook guy's just, his intelligence is a bit lacking, you know.
I mean,
Like-
you're not wrong, but at the same time, he's more intelligent than half his crewmen anyway.
I mean, if he's getting people wrong like that, I don't know. I don't think that's that big of a leap, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's pretty easy. Just kill him.
you know what?
I think
I'm-
you
I'm
should
gonna
put
do-
him
I'm
in
Yeah,
bottom
I'm-
category.
I'll put him. Actually, no. I'll let the crocodile eat him, and then I'll use the remains to help Peach out with their
No, listen,
soda
it
shop.
It would make so much sense because Peach hates children, so naturally his goals will.
It goes a lot.
Despite the fact that Peach herself is a child at heart and mind.
What? Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Okay, wait a second.
Okay, let's kill him. Let's kill him.
Okay, let's kill him.
I'll just,
Let's beat
yeah.
him to death with hammers.
I'll kill
Alright.
him. I'll just kill
Is that what's his name from that movie. Fuck.
I can't
don't know
remember
his
his.
name.
I can't remember his name.
His name is like.
I'm gonna look it up.
His name is like Bob from like Hell Mountain or something.
His name is not Bob. I want to be very clear.
Oh, is it Chernobyl?
Chernobyl, that's the guy.
Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, I actually remember his name now. Fantastic.
Chernobyl
Chernobog.
from Hell. He's just Satan, isn't he not?
He's basically the embodiment of darkness per se. He can't be killed. He hates church bells. He hates justice, and he hates light and natural sunlight. That's what I learned about him. So he.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't be really.
Here's the
Just
thing,
kill him.
though.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm debating. Just
Like,
because I know what
he's
the-
just evil.
I know, but what does he actually do? What does he
like
actually do?
he's like waves his hands around in the mountains like "Ah!" and he like
Is he just
summons a
scary
bunch of-
just for the premise of being scary, or does he actually do bad things? Is one of my
I don't even know
opinions.
what he does.
That's
Look it
what.
up.
That's the thing. Oh, we don't know. We don't know what he actually does. If he does, like, is it kill people?
Y'all might be condemning an innocent man to die, bro.
That's what I.
look at
That's
it.
what.
What is
That's what this
this?
tier list is for.
condemning
this-
an innocent man to die.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
described as the like the devil per se, sure.
Okay, and
Swinging devil, handful of souls in volcanoes.
I've played enough Helltaker to know not to judge a book by its cover.
Of a shadow.
Welcome to Detroit.
He causes a
Come
dark
to-
shadow over the village and summons ghosts, taking to expensive hang criminals. Okay, he's got necromantic powers and lost
Oh, he's
souls and
pretty cool.
whatnot. Summons fire and demons. Okay, yeah. No, I see why this guy's a bad guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Just eliminate him.
Just send him.
Send him to the Shadow Realm.
Okay, hear me out.
Take him to Detroit.
I think they should join Peach's necromancy army because
I
Think
also
about it.
think-
he's Satan.
Ka-ching.
He literally has access to the dead. Is that
Well,
not
the
what
thing-
you want? Necromancy?
Yeah, give it to me. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, fine.
I'll take
fine.
care of him.
I have two little gremlins shooting over my shoulder. One on my head and one on my shoulder. Just convincing me. Anyway, hi, William Cass. How you doing? Good to see you.
Is that the
Uh,
car?
Kicks.
Chuck, yeah. You know Kathy.
Kachiga.
Kachiga. I mean, this guy, he
Get
doesn't.
it.
He's not
That's
a
what he
main.
says.
He's not a big tier villain like some of these other guys per se, but he does do some heinous stuff because he does try to kill one of the racers, if not a couple, with like his coalition and whatnot. Detroit needs to
think-
become a tier.
I think personally we should kill Chick Hicks exclusively because he has taught the young generation on online Forza Horizon lobbies the worst driving methods possible, and it wins them games, and I hate them. We should put him in kill because of that.
I think we should. I think it'd be really fun to put him in the Lotus Machine.
I was thinking the same
He
thing.
dreams of not
Put him
being
in the
a
Lotus
car.
machine.
Eh.
How do you put a car in a Lotus machine? I don't know, but
we'll
we're
figure
gonna
it
make
out. We're
happen.
adjusting
figure it
the.
out.
We're yeah.
We're putting the
Is-
Lotus machine
Is
in
that
the
a
car.
Hades character? I'm not sure.
Yes, it
From what
is.
I
I think this was recommended
it's
by
Crota.
Bees.
That's
Beesbox
Chronos. I don't know
recommended this one.
anything about Chronos 'cause I haven't played the game.
I think we should kill him because he took away Zagreus and Nyx and Persephone. I guess they took Hades, but like no one liked Hades. Fuck Hades.
Whoa.
I think we should kill him because he was really mean to me the first time I did my run.
I think we should kill him because like I've never actually beat a run against him, and I think he deserves to die.
Can we kill time? Yes, we can.
Yeah, we
we're doing it
can.
right now.
We're doing
Yeah,
it right now.
I mean, his main premise for being a villain, anyways, because he was a titan that ruled over the world, and then he was imprisoned.
How about instead
the
you-
world.
Pretty much.
You know, I love that Coldplay song too, but you know, like, don't make it your whole
I
personality,
used
bro.
to rule the
the
world.
word. Where's
He
that
made
mic
it his
at?
whole personality, but he never actually listened to the other lyrics.
I legit don't know who this next person is because I can't tell who that is.
They're from the Miles Edgeworth series of the Ace Attorney games.
Damn, Miles Edgeworth really let himself go. Goddamn.
Miles Edge.
That is not Miles Edgeworth. They're
Miles
they're
Edging for Miles.
I can't remember the name of this guy. Actually, I have to look it up. Miles Edgeworth.
You don't even know his name.
That- I can't remember it. I thought of
We
it
should
because I
condemn him
brought him
to
up,
die
but
anyway.
I can't remember per se. And now I can't find the guy.
We're literally the worst jurors. Just kill him. Kill him.
Okay, let's kill him.
I mean, this guy in particular, he does
What did he
abuse
do?
his kid, and he like
Alright,
kills
kill him.
multiple people and
Sounds
imprisons
like
them.
kill him.
Not even. Give him to me. Whatever. That's
I'll
fine.
put him.
Why?
Put him in
Necromancy.
Put him in
Oh,
the Lotus Eater machine.
All right. Sure.
I apologize for any people that are fan of the Ace Attorney trilogy, but that was a side character that I kind of put on my mind. I don't even know why I put him in this list per se, but
I don't even know who this guy is.
that's Clayface.
Oh.
You know what that
He's-
guy is.
wait
pardon
a
him.
second. I know him. He's the guy from that one
That's
Harley
Lady
Quinn show.
Gaga. Yeah, that guy.
He's from the Harley Quinn show. All right, we can't kill him. He's just an actor.
He's a very jealous and anger management actor per
I
se.
would like to hang out with Clayface.
I don't know. Like, I watched the Harley Quinn show. He seemed like a pretty cool guy.
I haven't, so I wouldn't know per se.
Oh, you
but
gotta watch it. It's great.
I'm going by what I've witnessed in like the games and comics per se, and he's shown to be like a remorseful person per se. Maybe not in like the cartoons, because in the cartoons per se he's like really really evil and like diabolical per se, but in most common sense or whatnot. There was a time where he actually worked with with Batman. They had like a device in him to make him like more calm and collected, to be better grasped with his emotions and whatnot. But as soon as that thing came out of him, he got all like crazy again. But yeah, I'd convince him to be better. I feel like they deserve.
You can do better.
You
You can literally be somebody.
You can be someone rather than just a big pile of mass and clay.
Is that Squirrel?
No, that's a skunk.
I have
I-
no idea who that is.
I'm really dumb. I saw that. I was like, is that Ring Sang from Limbus?
That's Ring Sang. Kill Ring Sang.
Kill him.
I
Kill him.
didn't have any Limbus Company characters in this game because I don't know them very well. Not like you guys.
In this game?
I mean,
In
it's
this
a
tier list. I
In this
haven't done-
game. Chat, is this game?
I haven't done this before. Cut me some slack.
So who is it? Who is this character?
This is the Paradox from Sly Cooper 4. They are a skunk that is a thief, or that they start as an artist and then become a thief because apparently their family was part of the Thieves Guild. They go back in time to get rid of Sly Cooper's history, just out of spite and pettiness. And they're voiced by Nolan North. They do a really good job of the voice, but the character itself is just a very like pathetic and just pitiful, cruel villain. Even at the end. I feel like this guy just should be put away, per se.
Okay,
Alright.
kill him. Kill him. He's voiced by Nolan North. Kill him.
What's wrong with Nolan North? He's a great actor.
Overused voice actor. Kill him.
I
plays-
like him.
He plays a Destiny character. Kill him.
Shush. He plays Rocket Raccoon. Shush.
Oh,
And
even
Deadpool.
worse. Kill him. Kill him.
Wait,
I
what?
hate that guy in Marvel Rivals.
It's a good thing this is my list, not yours, Kathy.
Yeah,
This
I would kill
one
everyone.
is. Can we move on?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Does anyone know this guy?
No, actually.
Wait, is
Uh,
that character from Paper Mario?
No, they are from a Nintendo game. They're Dark Matter Blade from Kirby. Like one of the antagonists in some of the other games per se, but they're basically like just an embodiment of dark matter. They came to Dreamland because they thought, hey, this place is full of happiness and joy and whatnot. I never get to experience that. I want to ruin it. So what they do is just go in there and they try to take them down. And eventually, later on, they actually start helping Kirby out, or at least in one game, Superstar allies. But other than that, they're just kind of there as a antagonist per se. I'm part
I
of them leave it
didn't-
at that.
I didn't know that Smash Bros got so deep with the lore.
You don't know about Kirby lore, do you?
Well, like, Kirby's just a character in Smash Bros, right?
Oh, you sweet summer child. Anyway,
What?
moving on.
What? What?
Cackletta from
Is that Paper Mario?
no. This is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. This one I actually do am familiar with because I remember playing this game as a kid. They are a sorceress that first traps, or rather uses Peach's voice and replaces it with just words that make the whole area explode whenever she speaks. It's very strange. And then they later on try to take over the world by kidnapping Bowser and then fusing with them to possess Bowser. Let me see if I can bring it up here. They take over Bowser's body and turn into Bowsletta. Don't ask me why. I think that's because they wanted to use their minions as well as Bowser's kids for their own personal gains, and then they become a giant demonic beast that they have to defeat within Bowser's body, per se. Very evil person. Let me put them in death.
Death it is.
Death. Damon Gant. I don't know if you're familiar with the Ace Attorney trilogy. I know you
Not
haven't.
yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Maybe you should not hear this just because it would be potential spoilers.
All right. What is someone give me a signal whenever I should come back.
Or like
I'll do
maybe
this.
just- or you could just like put like the spoiler ones at the very back of the tier list, so you could just get those over with, and then you could just do like the spoiler parts like at the end, like on your. Phone or
That's
something,
true. I
don't
could
know.
do that.
All right, how do we get her back? Peach, if
Go
you're
ahead.
watching the stream,
I tried
I'm
high-fiving
laughing.
as a signal, but they left beforehand.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Did I get you back or?
No, I unmuted it because I assumed that just when he did the slap thing, I was like, is that my signal? And then I unmuted it, and then I heard Ketty go, if you're watching the stream,
Come back.
unmute your mic.
All right, we're just gonna put him on. We're gonna put this guy later.
Okay, wait a sec. Okay, first off, can we add Peach to this tier list and put them in kill?
But they're already part of the tier list as
You know what? Another
the
idea.
last
Let's
category.
make a new category called Kathy's Necromancy Army that Peach is a unwilling thrall to. You
I feel-
what?
I feel like you should be put in the Lotus Eater machine, Kathy.
I don't need the dream. I got all 8 hours yesterday.
I
I
mean,
did.
it's mainly to dream about what you want so you can witness this happening in firsthand anyway.
Okay, first off, I just finished Canto 6 of Limus Company. I've
Yeah.
learned that dreams are dangerous.
Yes, they are. Dreams will kill you. Moving on. D
Wait,
and
did you guys
Amy.
even put him
from-
anywhere? Did you guys even put him anywhere? He's still there.
No, we're gonna do with the with Sky later on, and like near the end,
All right.
just for the sake of
Alright.
spoilers.
You can
Well, I
probably
know
just drag
about
it
it,
to like the very
But
bottom.
I don't want you
so
to
like-
learn about it, so because I want to do it with you to figure it out. So,
All right. All right.
D and Amy from Kim Possible. Are you guys familiar with that show?
I know that there's an entire Reddit post about how every episode relates to a specific topic.
I mean, you're probably right.
That's really it.
Basic what this premise
I've
or
never
what this
seen the
lays
show.
about. You should probably, or it's a wonderful show. I recommend watching it. Anyway, this whole deal is that she likes to splice animals into mutants. So take
Alright,
a
let's kill her.
crab and a dog, make him into crab
Let's
dog.
kill her. She's killing animals. That's bad.
She's not killing them. She's just mixing them together into mutants.
We
And she
should
cares for them
splice
very
her with an
much.
animal.
She cares for them very deeply. She makes guests that come over to her house cookies. She treats them
So
with
if
very
I
kind
mutilate
care.
your pet and I say I care about them,
They're
it
basically.
just absolves me.
They're not. They're very carefully. They're very carefully spliced together. I hope you know.
Very carefully mutilate your pets.
Just because she took Rufus, Ron's pet mole rat, and
Just
Mr.
because he mutilated
and the
one.
principal from their high school and mixed them together to make a giant mole man doesn't mean she's a bad person, okay?
You just proved it, so she just mutilates pets.
I try to convince her to be a better person.
Never forget Power World 2025. Put Jess on the list.
I was tempted to put all y'all on the list. I'm not gonna lie, just for
Can
the
I
fun of
can I
it.
have my own tier?
Maybe someday, just for the fun of it, I'll make a tier
that?
list of the Raccoon Renegades.
Who's the next character? I can't tell.
That's Catwoman.
Oh. Part of them.
I mean, she's not really a villain per se. She does a
She's
couple
si-
of
yeah,
bad stuff,
She's
but she
silly
does it
rich
for.
people.
She does it for. I mean, she's helped out like pretty poor and helpless people and whatnot. And
In
she's
that
very
case,
caring.
we'd be Gucci. I think
That's not even a villain.
bestie.
yeah.
Bestie.
Yeah,
tier. The devil. Moving on.
Death.
Moving on.
No. Listen. Hear me out. We can't.
No!
We put them in the Necromancy army, then Cupman and Mughead are screwed. Because they're the way they get the contract is by defeating the devil. But if Peach defeats them, then their contract ain't broken.
I mean,
Are you gonna damn those poor cutlery to death? Or
well, the
cutlery?
contracts just get thrown in the fire at the end, don't they? In the end of the
Well,
game, they just
yeah, but,
throw,
like,
they
after
just burn
defeating
them up.
him. But then Peach becomes the one who. Do you
Listen,
guys not know how
Listen,
contracts work?
I
The
beat
one
them
who
up.
knocks.
I beat them up. Put the contracts in the fire, and then I kill them, and then give it to Peach. It's fine. It's a win-win, except for him because he
Okay.
sucks.
Can we move on to Mr. Crocker? I'm
Mr.
curious
Crocker,
about this
yes. He's a complex
Lotus
character,
machine.
I want to say, in a
forgot
crazy
that.
show like Fairly Odd Parents, he is a very complex character because he starts off as a child with Cosmo and Wanda, and then later on he gets like exploited, or rather, like the fairies get revealed, and he gets mind wiped into thinking he has fairies, and that triggers his obsession to thinking that fairies exist, and therefore he sends a spree, just being a maniacal gremlin trying to get fairy godparents. There have been a couple of times where he does help Timmy out, though. In some
I'm not
cases,
gonna lie,
very
I'd say
rare
we
cases,
kill
but-
him. We should kill Crocker.
No,
It's
don't
not-
kill
Just because he tries to take over
Crocker.
Fairy World and become a tyrannical overlord, doesn't mean that he deserves death. Or
I think he deserves
anything,
death
right?
because somehow his ears are on his neck. And
Well,
that's
that actually-
weird.
that actually happened because of the mind wipe. It was normal beforehand.
Okay. First off, how does that happen? Like, why did the mind wipe make his ears go lower?
There actually is an episode where he gets hypnotized into believing fairies don't exist, and then his ear goes back to normal. So I don't know what the heck's going on with that thing, per se.
But he wouldn't.
What I mainly want to know is, how does his glasses stay on his face?
I hate but I can't see. I had water in my mouth.
What?
Are you okay, Peach? That catch you
What?
off guard, so fan? What happened to
What
Peach?
was Peach just saying?
I think they had water in their mouth and they spat it everywhere because they made them laugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our topic of Crocker's ear was just too much for Peach to handle. They had to do a spit take. Fascinating. Anyway, I convinced it to be better. I don't feel any
next one.
person. I don't
Best-
feel any person get it. Absolutely, bestie. You kidding me? Let's freaking
Yeah.
go.
That's
Dr.
that's
Heinz
the boy.
Doofenshmirtz for the win. For the win, everybody. This man is great. He's a great dad. He is a sympathetic villain. His parents, both of his parents failed to show up at his birth, and he was disowned and raised by ocelots over his older brother, which is the mayor of the tri-state area, I think. But his wife disowns him, or not disowns him. His wife
His
divorces
wife
from him.
disowned them.
His wife divorces from him, but he holds no vendetta against her, period. Mainly because he uses her to get a bunch of checks for his, like, machines and whatnot. And he treats Perry the Platypus, despite how many times he's trapped him. He finds
wait
him
a
as, like,
minute.
a very good person. What's that?
Did you Is he stealing from his ex-wife?
Well, I mean, she doesn't care.
That's still stealing. What?
He's a villain. He's allowed to. He's fine. He deserves it. He's a good person who needs
Oh, so when
more
I
love.
commit check fraud, that's a problem. When he does it, it's suddenly okay?
You're not a man who was disowned by his parents to ocelots. Or think that.
You're
What you
right.
gotta say-
I'm a woman who was disowned.
What do you got to say there, Devin?
You're just a bum.
Look at you. You're just a bot.
I couldn't really catch that because it was very choppy
I
on my
hate
end.
you.
but-
He said, look at you. You're just a bot.
You,
That's what he said.
I hate
Uh.
you so much. I had my
Who,
drink
me?
in my mouth.
Oh,
You just said that.
It's
Yeah, the same thing happened to you as Peach did, apparently.
called. I was gonna say it's called Klarna. No, it's called Karma. Like,
Karma.
It's
Oops.
called. Anyway, moving on.
You
You get like
okay?
waterboarded? Like what?
yeah, he did.
I tried to make it funny, it didn't work. Either way, Charles Mutz from Up.
Kill him.
I mean,
What did he
I
do
don't know.
exactly?
he didn't really do anything wrong per se in the public view. He was a man who was very round and respected, a brilliant inventor who loved dogs, still does. And then he was discredited because of a fossil he found of a bird that scientists didn't believe existed and therefore was claimed as a fraud. And then he vowed to never leave Paradise Falls until he found it, which ultimately took him to the end of his life. But in the process of that, he kind of went insane. And that's why he's the main villain, because he's he literally tries to kill Mr. Fredrickson and Russell just to get the bird. But I feel like that it wasn't his fault, because he was just trying to make a discovery one night, and due to just, I guess, society or anything like that, he was just treated. Society's to blame. Scientists are to blame, not him. He didn't do nothing
Mr.
wrong
Russell.
until he
You know why
decided
I-
to kidnap a kid and whatnot, or something like that. Either way, I feel
Yes.
like he deserves that. I would invite him to lunch.
I think he deserves death because he's very dumb, and he probably could have found proof way faster if he just was good at his job.
He was good at this job.
Was
That's
he
the thing.
though?
He was.
I mean,
he had a
like,
whole blimp by
You're
himself.
telling me? Okay, but he had a whole blimp. But yet this MF takes like a bajillion balloons, straps into his house, and that lifts the house. I don't know. That seems more cost effective in the long term.
I mean, he was probably got his money very resourcefully anyway. He the only companions he had were dogs that he built them like a collar for to help talk to him. And if any
Exactly,
other
because no one wants to
human
be a
do it.
blimp.
He
Now
was just-
imagine.
he was a desperate person who tried to be a hero. He was a hero to many people. Mr. Fredrickson finds him as like a very highly regarded man. Until he goes and learns that he's all crazy and figures out like, oh, these people he's talked to before, these killed them because of this bird. If anything, it's the bird's fault. It's Kevin's
bird
fault
is
that this
the-
happened anyway.
So
If
we
Kevin
should
was
put
just
the
a good bird
on the
and-
list, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I
Kill the
I
bird.
can't do that now.
Kill the
Yeah.
bird. Eat
Kill the
the
bird.
second bird we eat.
Yeah, I thought
Who's
you were
the
talking.
first?
I thought you were talking about Charles Mutz. So I was like, why are we eating him?
Doctor Doom, isn't he like really evil?
Okay, listen.
Yes
if
and
he's
no.
evil, unless you live in Romania.
In
Okay.
Romania, he is considered like a righteous man per se. He is a very caring person to his country and his people, and he is a well-respected person. Even to like some of the mutants and whatnot, he treats them with high regard.
Oh, did
Like,
he make did he make
Storm,
Marvel
per se.
Rivals as well?
He's the main reason why
No,
Marvel
it
Rivals
was Marvel's
exists. Therefore,
Capcom.
you know what, Pete? You bring a brilliant point. Let's put him to death.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Now, wait a minute. Doctor Doom also made Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
No, Galactus did that.
No. What?
Yeah, Galactus.
What? Okay, but does Galactus foot dive?
No,
do.
and I don't know how to.
Oh, that's your. Oh, let me. I gotta teach you how to foot dive.
I need to learn how to
after
play
you-
that game, period.
After you know how to foot dive, oh baby, you'll look at Doctor Doom in a whole new way. He's a good man. Good normals.
I want to play that game with you guys so badly. I want to play that game again, period. It was fun. Either way, in all seriousness, I probably just
Who's
pardoned
this?
that. Mainly because if I tried anything else, he'd probably do something like that to ruin my day. Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that guy's evil.
He is very evil. Very, very
Want
evil indeed.
to,
He tries
Take
to...
a poor sinner's hand.
No. I don't believe in voodoo. He's
Are you
bad.
ready?
Oh, you're right.
In all seriousness, despite his catchy musical number, he does delve in the dark arts, and he tries to take the whole like city that he's in and use them like the people as their bargaining chip for his friends on the other side as like for their souls.
That sounds
Base.
pretty evil.
Yeah.
I think he should go in necromancy tier because he clearly knows about the dark arts, so therefore he'd be a great member of the team.
I mean,
Like,
he
Devil
gets
and
pulled
that
into the
guy?
underworld and turned into a tombstone. So,
Okay, well then we just prevent it from happening.
oh, you're probably right.
We have wait, actually, but then in that case, we should bring Kronos down to necromancy so that way we can go back in time to get him.
Killing them does not mean inheriting their powers. I want to be very clear.
we bring them onto necromancy team so that way Peach can reverse time and get the other guy back. It's genius.
As much as I like Peach, I'm not letting anybody else control time. That's a very dangerous thing per se.
Fine.
Dr. Wily.
Dr. Wowie.
Fuck him.
Dr. Wily. What? Why? What do you do?
Mega Man wasn't even that good of a game anyway.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it was. It was amazing.
I prefer Mighty Number
Yeah,
9.
just
Now
call
that's
right
a
now.
good video game.
Oh,
Well, have you know Mega Man is a wonderful game. Get out of this freaking call.
Listen, my
How
only
dare
issue
you.
is that when you kill them, they're just dead. You don't have to dash into them to kill them. Like, that's just bad game just. I don't know
Oh,
anything about
my
Dr.
word.
Wily.
I don't know exactly what crimes he's committed, but
I mean, he's trying to take over the world per se, but his ultimate goal throughout the games is just to insult Dr. Light. Just because they were business partners and or they're just business associates, and then Wily got like discredited for like trying to be too ambitious and whatnot and got jealous of Light. Shut up, Sparky! Anyway. But yeah, I don't see him as a bad person. Like he doesn't want to kill Dr. Light, period. If you look at the Archie comics of the Mega Man series, which if you're a comic fanatic like I am, you probably would. He desperately cares about Light and whatnot, and has helped them a couple of times, despite their like vendetta and rivalry. I'd say I try to convince him to be a fair person.
okay. I can help.
I'm not.
I can
He's
respect
just a poor man that just needs some care and
that.
time.
I'm just a poor man.
Dr. Starline from the Sonic the Comics of the IDW series. I picked this one personally, just because I know it. I know a couple of friends that know it too. This is, let me give you some context. In the beginning of the comic series, Dr. Eggman gets amnesia, becomes Mr. Tinker, who is a very kind and caring person. Let me see if I can bring him up here.
Mr. Tinker?
Tinker. He makes theme parks and toys for kids to play. And
Hey, I know a
makes
guy
Belle.
made an amusement park.
Yeah. And everything turned out fine.
And then Mr. Dr. Starlight comes in and literally forces Eggman to remember his memories in the most painful manner. And even then tries to like prove that he's better than Eggman, or like at least rival against him, to the point where he literally goes insane and is ultimately killed. He also brainwashes two other characters, Surge and Kit, into being minions and whatnot and hating Sonic and Eggman. He's just very diabolical and very manipulative. And therefore, I'm going to send him to Peach.
All right. I'll
He's
Kill
an
him,
insane
kill him.
platypus. Insane platypus, man. Does not deserve any remorse whatsoever. And that's coming from me.
I don't know anything about Kim Possible, but I think this next guy is kind of cool. I think.
Dr. Draken, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I put him with Dr. Doofenshmirtz if like the thing is Dr. Draken is a bit more competent than Doofenshmirtz, but not by much. The only reason why he's kind of competent is because he has Shigo to help him out, whereas Dr. Draken or Dr. Doofenshmirtz just has himself. And he's actually done a couple of things that actually threaten Kim Possible, but at the end of the day, this guy likes hot chocolate or Kokumu. He listens to Snowman Hank, which is a kid's
He likes hot.
program.
You like hot chocolate? Invite him
He
to
loves
lunch.
Cocoa Mood. I'm gonna put him in bestie tier. Absolutely.
Okay.
Just because he's a diabolical mastermind, he's a really cool guy once you get to know him.
Eggman, bestie tier. Next question.
Putting him to death.
You're killing
man-
Eggman?
I'm killing Eggman. This guy has tried to destroy Sonic and the world several times over.
Haven't you?
Okay,
No.
but we put the evil baby in the Lotus machine, so
And that was fine.
who are we to discuss morality?
Wait.
This man-
I think we. Guys, what if we're in a Lotus machine?
Here's the thing,
No.
though. There's so many adaptations of Dr. Eggman, I could make a whole tier list about it himself.
Okay,
But-
okay. We can't. Okay, then we can't do that then, because we didn't say that about Bowser.
I would do the same thing with Bowser, too. But I feel like Bowser's a bit more redeemable than Eggman, because Eggman, some of his actions get, like, straight up dark. and
Okay,
horrid.
but he does. But like, there's a reason for it.
I'm sure.
It's-
But
Well, he's not. He didn't grow up with much. He's very like. He wasn't very endowed with much as from his parents. You know, like. I think personally.
I mean,
I think.
you're kind of right, because in the latest game, he does make Sage, which is like one of the more, like, one of the few premises where he actually does she to be like a very caring person. Kind of opens a new light in that regard, so I'll put him in, I'll pardon him. I'll do that.
All right.
I'll leave him be, but I'm watching him like a hawk.
Is that the girl from Going Ghost show?
No,
it's
I don't
me.
have any. I don't have any Danny Phantom characters in the
Oh,
show.
who's that?
That's Electrocute from Kim Possible as well. She's kind of like a sub-villain per se. I want to say, like, she goes around causing issues and whatnot. She's one of the villains that Shigo used to fight when she was a good person until she went bad. I've seen her in like one episode where she makes a machine that makes Shigo's family evil but makes Shigo good. I'd say, because here's the problem though. The
That
machine
doesn't
that
sound
she
too bad.
uses, the machine that she uses to turn people evil, she gets that hit with herself and then she becomes good.
It's
So
not too bad. Just pardon her, I guess. I'd be
yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna have that
Is
back to you.
Shigo on this list?
I believe so. Yeah, she's right there. I made sure to include her. Absolutely, I did. You
Can
think
we
I would
then
forget that?
skip?
Is that the
to-
fairy godmother?
Wait, she's evil?
The fairy godmother from Shrek 2? Yeah, absolutely, she's evil.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched that movie.
You should. I'm actually
Nah.
recommend. What are you saying?
I don't really like. I didn't find Shrek that fun to watch.
The first one or the second, or the like?
All
which
of
ones
them.
have you seen? The second one is the
Yeah.
best one, though. I really like that one.
No, I
Killer,
don't.
killer with hammers.
They're not, I don't find. I don't like most American animation.
I mean, that's fair. That's valid, but I'm not.
Go to
you.
Canadian animation.
That would require the Canadians to animate something, which at the moment they are not doing at all.
I would. I
Invincible.
I
don't know,
concur
think
with that
might
because
be
otherwise
thing.
I'd be doing it.
Is that Canadian?
Well, Mark's character has like a bunch of T-shirts and stuff that are like that say like Canada and all that, and apparently it's meant to be references to the animators or something. So I don't know.
I wouldn't know that myself because I'm getting off topic. Anyway, Fairy Godmother, she basically tries to get Shrek and Fiona away from each other to be with her son, Prince Charming, even though they're already married. Or I think anyway. But,
So they're basically that one obsessive parent who tries to force you into an arranged marriage.
pretty much. And she,
Okay,
even,
kill her.
she even threatens Fiona's parents and whatnot.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Killer.
Yeah, just die. Turn into bubbles like you did in the movie.
I'm gonna
Cruella
Mortal
de Vil.
Kombat finisher her. Oh,
Can you add
Cruella?
Frodo from Hunchback of Notre Dame if you haven't already? I could try. Problem is, I have a long list of characters right now, and I don't know how long this is going to take. But if
This might be a two-parter.
this might be a two-parter. We'll see. I might add some more characters just because I can remember a few that I didn't list off the top of my head because I had so many to deal with anyway. So, Cruella de Vil though.
killer.
She tries to skin puppies and
Yep,
make them
kill
into
her.
a coat.
Killer.
Killer.
Yeah. I'll put her in Peach's soda team so that way
Why does
she can...
Peach need a group, like someone to skin puppies? Why are they? Why are
It's
they
not-
skinning
it's
puppies?
not-
Wouldn't be
it's not
skinning
because of
puppy.
that. It's because they're a good
It's a fate worse
fashion.
than death.
It's a fashion model. The money? What about the
I'm
money?
starting to wonder: is this a worse fate for them or Peach?
I mean,
I'll be
Peach
fine.
can make them do whatever they want.
Who are we punishing here, really? I'm starting to wonder.
I mean, Peach isn't objecting. She's made of money.
That next one, what is that next one? Is that a dog? Is that a dog?
Do you know Murder Drones?
I've never watched Murder Drones, no.
This is Sin from Murder Drones. They are the reason why humanity's dead. And the reason
sounds
why they look
reasonable.
like that is because they're wearing the skin of a human.
That sounds very reasonable to me. I think we should have lunch.
Oddly enough, they're very cryptic and just horrific to the point where they can like shapeshift into people and like mimic their voices. And basically, she tries to eat everything or consume everything in the world and the universe, if I recall anyway. Murder Drones, by the way, it's a really good show. Check it out, and it's adorable. Anyway, yeah, this thing has to die. I
we're
don't
killing
care
Shark-
how
alright.
cute she is. She gotta go. She gotta go. Dark Samus.
Isn't that just like just something that the Metroid made or whatever?
It's more like I think the photons. It's like those virus
thought-
things that Samus could absorb.
I thought it was meant to be like the worst parts of Samus, so it's all the evil.
Well, in that case, that's the same thing as battling. I can't hate
Well, like-
myself.
Well, the other thing also is just that like it is all the worst parts of her in one
Entity?
in a physical form. So I don't think we could really punish it.
That and apparently, anything she touches, she can corrupt, which is also bad.
Oh, so my wife.
What?
You have a wife?
I'll put him in a Lotus Eater machine. Put him
That sounds
asleep. Put him asleep.
Garfield?
Johnny Mortem, what the heck are you doing here? Welcome on in. How
Why
you
is-
doing, man?
Wait, Peach, why are you surprised I have a wife?
How you doing there, man? Good to see you. Hope you had a good stream. For those that don't know, I'm Jack Smith, the best. I'm a variety streamer and 2D artist. And right now we're doing a tier list of villains we'd forgive and or kill. Or like in terms of friendship anyway. Beat the game,
Is that
you
the
beat
same-
Tekken, you
is-
beat Yakuza 3. Congratulations. This is Carnage.
Oh,
Yeah, Carnage from Spider-Man.
I'd hang with
You hang
I'd
out with a
hang
serial
Carnage.
killer that literally kills people just for the fun of it.
And
What's the worst that he could do?
Put his tendrils in your body through every open spot in your head and make you witness true
24
nightmare.
inches of carnage.
No. What's wrong with my friends chat? I mean, my
Yeah,
friends
what
are
is
part
it?
of the chat and I'm worried about them, but yeah. It's just very
Chat,
strange.
what's wrong with them?
Yeah, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with me?
Oh!
I'm scared.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cat sneezing.
I'm not a cat.
Meow. Yeah, this thing has to die. I hate to
I
say
don't
it.
know, Peach. You
This
make
thing
a really
has to
good
die no
cat
matter
noise.
what. Because the thing is, if you let it go one night, it'll just bind to you and make you the next crazy thing that tries to kill your friends and family. So I'd rather not. Dimentio from Paper Mario, or Super Paper Mario specifically.
I know who that is, but I don't really know what they did.
They basically start as a minion to the main antagonist, quote unquote. I forget what his name is. I had to look it up.
I'd assume it has something to do with nihilism, because that entire game's theme is nihilism.
I think so. You're probably not wrong in that regard. I know where's the other guy? This guy, Count Bleck. That's the one. He starts out as a minion to Count Bleck, and then reveals that he was secretly trying to collect all of the negative energy of the world they're in for his own nefarious deeds, and then brainwashes Luigi. Hi, Jess. Hi, Frank. How you doing? Jess has a weird conscience, a puppy, a cat, and an occasional demon. Fair enough. I have a weird set of people behind my back.
Now, wait a second. Just a moment here.
Mhm.
They did not brainwash Luigi. It was hypnosis, meaning it was in Luigi all along. Therefore, it was never... It was just slight negotiation. Therefore, Luigi should be on this tier list because he's evil.
Chickets in jail near his wild just being kind of a jerk. He tried to kill people, or he literally caused several people to near death. I'm gonna be honest.
Did you
but
never
yeah.
watch Cars?
No, I watch Cars. Are you talking about
Okay.
a gypsy? I know what he does. That was a childhood movie of mine. I recall directly what he does.
Oh, I watched that movie so many times. My parents got sick of it.
So did mine. Anyway, Dimentio, put him in Peach's army because finally they hypnotized Luigi, as Peach or as Kathy says it, from the MatPat theory, and they try to literally end the world as they know it and make it into their own shape. So get rid of them, please and thank you.
Peach, what's your thoughts on nihilism?
Who's Niall?
Yeah, Bill Nye.
He's a science guy.
Yeah, that's the yeah.
I never liked him. Moving
What's
on.
wrong with Bill Nye?
I didn't really like him anyway.
I can't believe it. Don't
Uh,
disrespect my goat like that.
Put Bill Nye in the Lotus Machine.
I mean, we're going to be talking about a scientist. We're going to be talking about Dr. Otto Octavius.
I didn't know if you talk about one scientist,
do anything.
suddenly you're talking about all of them.
There are a lot of evil scientists in this tier. I'm not going to lie. We have 5 of them right now. Maybe 6.
He didn't
But,
do anything wrong.
He did do a couple things wrong, I'm not going to lie. But I feel like it wasn't mainly his fault. I feel like it was just misfortune on his behalf. He does try to be a good person, even though he does, put his mind conscious in Peter Parker's body and become a different Spider-Man, a much more ruthless and twisted Spider-Man per se. But I feel like he would be a good person if life was just better for him per se. I don't know. He's a very complex character in the comics and in the games and such.
We should kill him.
I think we can convince him to be better.
I'd feel the same way. I feel like he could be a good person if you try. We're a bit more forgiving than Kathy here, even though Kathy has probably influenced the first bottom half of this list in other regard. Grandma
You must
Taters.
kill them.
Grandma Taters from Jimmy Neutron.
That's
She
a grandma.
She's an alien that invades Earth and then hypnotizes people into being only happy. No sadness, no anger, no fear, just happy. Like mindless,
Man.
happy drones. And she tries to do it to the entire world. Can we not forget the end of Spider-Man 2? Yeah. He died a hero. I mean, he did try to cause it, but at the end of the day, he did try to save it, so... We're talking about Grandma Taters, though, not Doc Ock anymore. We decided with Doc Ock. He's a good person. Grandma Taters, put him in the Lotus Sea Machine. It's an alien. Alien that tries to brainwash people. No bueno. Get out of here, Bat Touch.
That's
Bat
never
Touch.
good, probably.
I mean, how would you feel if you were just... If your friends were just mindless, happy drones and be like, "Hi, Peach, how you doing? Did you
Is
want
that
the
not
Happy
what we
Show
are?
show?" No, that's who I am. Not you guys. You're fine.
You're a drone?
Moving on.
I didn't know you worked for Amazon.
Ganondorf. Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda. Matt Mercer.
Kill Ganondorf. Please.
He's pretty evil, I think.
He
Uh,
is, like, no one talks about, like, just how evil that guy is.
He did try to. He does possess Zelda into fighting Link one time in Twilight Princess, and despite how many like timelines Legend of Zelda has, apparently it's the same Ganon every single time trying to
I
take
think
down Link.
we should also worth noting that he has cursed Link from Ocarina of Time onwards, that no matter what's Link, no matter where, they will always have to fight Ganon. It is an eternal war that never really ends. It just slightly stopped.
That's a valid point.
Kill him. Kill him.
Bestie tier.
It probably won't help because he'll probably just come back. But I mean,
Bestie tier.
he
How
is
do you-
not a bestie.
How do you stop somebody from being evil? You make them a friend, and therefore you
kill
can
them.
finally end the cycle.
He's
You know-
literally John Fork.
I have no idea who that
Uh,
is.
That's just, I don't know, it's just really funny to hear.
You gotta be careful. He might call you at 3 a.m. He likes to
Yeah,
prey on-
I'll put him in. I'll put him in the death tier.
You're fed with Fazbear.
I'm upset that the death tier has the most right now, but frankly, with some of these villains, it seems
We've killed
logical.
so many. It's such a
Nah,
I
John
mean,
Fork.
for a good reason. They're literally like very diabolical people. So, or things, things anyway.
I will not.
I will
hey-
not partake in thy bite of 87.
Speaking of diabolical things and whatnot,
Femboys.
Hades, the cool
I thought you
Hades.
love
hate,
that
Kathy
game.
hates Hades.
I love that game. Game of the year. It was really good. I really like Nyx. They're my favorite. Oh, we're talking about that one. I don't know. Kangum.
I don't know. He seems like a pretty cool guy. Just because
You know-
he tried. Here's the thing: in Greek mythology,
the
Zeus is
thing.
kind of a jerk. Hades
maybe
usually is
cool.
the good guy. I mean, in the Disney adaptation, like, sure, he's evil and whatnot, but I don't feel like he's like.
I think you
too
can
bad
get
in
along with him
comparison.
if you're the right person.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty chill when he has temperaments for sure, but he usually calms down and whatnot. The only reason why he's upset is because just Zeus treated him poorly in terms of the other gods, so. Or should I say mascots. But, I'd invite him to lunch. I feel like he'd be a good man. He'd be a very charismatic man. We have a good talk with him.
I
Speaking
see
of-
who the next person is.
Which
I would
one?
like to say, the G-Man. I would like to say, he is not a villain. So I don't know how you would rank him here.
I mean, I saw the ending of Half-Life Alex.
I would like to invite him to lunch because I think it'd be really entertaining.
I would have a hard time talking to him. Just because the way he talks and whatnot just makes me very uneasy.
Will you be having the eggs or the burger today? Something like that.
Would you be having
Mom.
Boss Cass or Andros today?
G-Man is a stalker,
Mom,
therefore
Scola.
have him be better. Can you stop stalking us?
He does stalk you a
Please.
lot. He
We
does
must
watch you
go
every move
to
anyway.
McDonald's.
We must go to McDonald's, Freeman.
Freeman.
I'd pardon him and leave it at that, just because I would not feel comfortable around that man.
Who is this? Is that from Ratchet and Clank?
No, this is from Spyro.
Okay.
That's Gnasty
I'm sorry.
Gnorc.
The pictures are really small for me sometimes, so like.
I mean, that's fair. There's not a very big picture for the tier list anyway, because we have a lot of characters, so.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's Gnasty Gnorc.
Good nasty is
Who-
a really funny name.
I mean, it's technically pronounced Nasty Gnorc, because you don't pronounce the G, but I like saying Gnasty Gnorc. It's like a gnome. Anyway, main reason why this guy's bad. Actually, you're probably going to be figuring this out yourself, Peach, because I got you the Spyro games. I don't know when you're going to play them, but
Hopefully soon, but we do have Monster Hunter Wilds to get through.
this isn't an incredible spoiler. It's not like really engaging or so.
Yeah.
But this guy is literally evil just because he's a bit of a jerk to the inhabitants and whatnot. But the main thing that really pushes him is that the dragons call him ugly, or just randomly insult
That's
him.
fucked up.
And then he just uses his power to turn all the dragons except Spyro into statues. And then proceeds to try and take over the land just to get rid of the dragons. But the main part, am I allowed to join the VC? I mean, Peach and Kathy and Deathmore joined in for random reasons. I mean, Peach I had invite personally, but Kathy just kind of showed up and so did Deathmore. So by all means, it's an open, as long as
We're
you're
here
able
to
to go into the
discuss
channel.
morals.
I'm just here because like.
Because you like sending people to death. You got something to
Nasty.
say there, Gypsy?
Nasty Nork did nothing wrong. Those people are very
That's what
rude
I'm
to
saying.
him.
He's an innocent man.
Yeah.
Also, hold on a sec. I gotta change my headphones.
How do we
because
know
the
you're
cord
not
of this one's
nasty
working.
Nork yourself?
Well, not nasty, except for in bed, baby.
Sorry.
Well, I'm on my
Why don't you
first
level your
it's
headphones
just
aside, not
as
the work?
good.
Good thing I have another spare. But this is the cord, not the headphones themselves.
But no, Nasty Nork didn't do anything wrong. It's just all the
Mm,
dragons
he's
were
gonna have to
roasting him
back
on
up the
TV
game.
the entire time. And the
Damn.
man, he's just like sitting there watching him on TV. And he gets mad
That's kinda
and turns him
fucked
into
up.
statues. And Spyro has to free everyone. It's like, I get it, Spyro has to do that, but like, the guy wasn't in the wrong.
Nasty Nork, nasty Nork.
So is the Azula ranking because of like comic book stuff? Because I feel like I wouldn't try to convince her on just the anime alone, because she's kind of lost in the sauce.
I only know about the show. That's a
Like, I mean, I don't know, if you like bended her powers away, I'd be cool with like trying to convince her to be better. But she a bit psycho.
I mean,
Even
A
Uncle
lot of-
Iroh gave up on her, dude. Like, he doesn't give up on anyone.
like we can convince her. I'm a great cook, so
What were you describing, by the way? I missed out on the conversation.
Oh, Azula, I was saying, like, dude, I don't know about convincing her, homie. Even Iroh gave up on her.
She's 14, though. I feel like she's got a chance. I mean, Uncle Iroh, he's a very wise man, to be sure, but
I don't know. It just, yeah, maybe like, because I know there's like comic books for afterwards. There's like 4 or 5 comic books, so you know maybe she like chills out more with that. But like,
she doesn't. I can assure you she does not, but
okay, well that's unfortunate.
eh. Maybe I put her in the Lotus Eater machine. Maybe that would work. Either way,
feel like-
Nasty Nork did nothing wrong, like or what Gypsy said. So
Yeah,
I'll
no,
put
he,
him
he
in.
was just getting roasted on TV the whole time. Like that's not, you know, like he's just sitting there minding his own business, and all of a sudden they're all just like, "You
being
smell."
nasty.
It's just like that's not nice.
you cemented the scales auto death. What do you mean by that, Deathmore? You have a thing for dragons?
Yeah,
Peach, can you confirm this?
yeah. I
No.
don't think.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, isn't there like Avatar on stream literally a dragon?
Oh wait,
That's a
is
demon.
it?
Oh,
Is that a rat?
holy shit? Is that a rat?
We don't
No,
allow
they,
rats.
here, I'll show you. This is a rat. There you go.
Oh shit! A rat!
Una
Hey.
rata. Una rata.
Can we move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Alright.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I don't mind the banter. I just don't know how long this tier is going to be going on for because we're already in a
Like
hour
I
and
said,
a half.
2 parts. You'll be
Or
fine.
three.
You're
depending
not
on how
wrong.
many you
You're
have.
not wrong. Highness from Kirby Superstar or like Kirby Star Allies. This man is literally insane. He tries to summon a demon, like an entity of pure darkness that try to absorb the land and spread evil influence around. However, at the end of the game, he does come to his senses and whatnot and becomes friends with Kirby, like the usual Kirby enemies do. But he's very unhinged, to say the least. So I feel like Lotus Eater Machine tier.
To the Lotus
Until he comes
Eater.
in.
What is a Lotus Eater, by the way?
You don't know what I told you at the beginning of the stream. I described Lotus Eater Machine. Do you know the concept of like you get put into a reality where everything is what you want it to be? Like everything's perfect to your design and whatnot, but it's all in a dream. That's what that comes from. That's what it is. And I figured I
know
could
that
subject it to
from
that.
One of the American Dad Christmas endings.
Ah, okay. Like I said, it's a thing in popular fiction, so you never know.
Yeah.
Electro from Spider-Man.
What did he do?
What's an
This guy-
Electro?
He just shocks stuff. I'm not really sure he.
Apparently, he used to be a like electrician or like a line worker for like telephone wires, I think. But his wife left him because he was more worried about money than his family. Apparently, his parents were killed at an early age. He was struck by lightning, which is how he got his electric powers, and then he just became a criminal. He's a weird guy. Like, he's a character from Spider-Man that everybody knows about, but his origins are kind of like, who's this guy again? I know he's a villain, but yeah. I feel like I pardon him and leave it at that, just because I don't know. He's a bad man for sure, but I don't feel like he's the worst one out of the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery, so. I mean, his ultimate goal is just, like, become pure energy, like in the movie. But he does that and then he dies. So, I don't know.
The problem solves itself. Or...
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think he's that bad of a character. That important, per se. So, he's a guy that you expect to see in a Spider-Man game, but you're like, not really worried about it. Gray Man from Team Fortress 2. This one I was actually recommended by Bees Box again. He is like, you have the Blue Man and the Red Man. They're both brothers fighting against each other and whatnot. Gray Man comes in, kills them both, tries to take over the whole Manco company, and then gets thwarted by, I think, the gang itself. I'd have to check out the comics per se, because it's a lot more in-depth there. But, from what I know about this man, when he was raised, his father threw him away or tried to get rid of him, like literally kill him. But he was kidnapped by eagles, raised by them, in which he decided to eat them when he was old enough and then try to take over the company itself. He was a very strange character, like most people in TF2. But, I know he's very rich, like he literally makes machines that run on money. So...
Yeah, I remember this now.
Capitalist pig, kill him.
I was gonna say, we kill the rich. We kill the rich.
All
I
right.
think it was
Where's
Volters.
the Edom tier?
And I checked the lore. It is it's eagles because he has an eagle on his shoulder.
Okay, people
specifically
say
for
like
that.
eat the rich, but like why? They would just taste unseasoned and just have a lot of fat on them.
It's a figure of speech, Kathy.
Because of the funny comic about the pig or something. I don't know. There's like a
Also,
whole
I'll be right back. I'm just throwing some trash. Don't stop for me.
No,
Yeah, the
don't throw
robots
me in the
and-
trash.
The machines and man versus machine run on money. I mean, like I said, I knew that for a fact because in the game, when you fight against the robots, they drop money that you collect. So, I don't know how robots run on paper, but oh well.
I mean, if you played Ultra Kill, the robots are fueled with blood, so I mean, anything's possible at this point.
I mean, Bees was streaming Ultra Kills, so I know that for a fact.
I've played Ultra Kill.
I haven't. This one probably not a lot of us recognize. This is from the Papa's Pizzeria franchise, if you know that one.
Is that Papa?
No, that's Guy Mortadello,
I need to play
who
that.
runs
That's
a
probably one point.
like meat pie factory, but he also tries to steal from Papa. He's just a petty theft that also runs a food business that's like really bad and toxic. Like literally, the food he makes is like really high in like toxicity because the ingredients he chooses. It's like he runs a processed food company. Hi Gigajiji, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. You know, an update recently, and I am shut down. Fair enough. I don't know if Panda can talk with you, unfortunately, but I will say hi. Make sure they say hi regardless. Yeah, Guy Mortadella is the evil version of Papa, where they just use like processed ingredients and makes like very bad food. I'd pardon him and leave it at that because he's just a bad guy. He's just a jerk. He's not like trying to take over the world or anything like that though, like the rest of these guys. So I don't know.
Tony Soprano,
He-
that's what
He's just an unpleasant man. I just send him to Gordon Ramsay and have him yell at him. That's all. I thought that was a mod. No, that's Sparky. That's this little
You're
fox I'm
sentenced
talking to.
5 hours of being called an idiot sandwich as your jail sentence.
There you go.
Then you're allowed in the public.
This one was recommended by a lot of people. Handsome Jack.
So
So is
You-
he handsome, first of all? Let's establish
he is
that.
very handsome.
That mask
Who's
is
a
fake.
handsome boy? Yes,
That
you
mask
are.
is fake. That's not his real face.
Okay, but like even when he wasn't like having the mask, like he still looked good. I mean, the mask is just his face. It's not like it's
I think he's handsome in like a roguish way. I don't think he's necessarily traditionally handsome. as
I mean,
much.
he somehow bagged Moxie.
I'm back.
So
Alright, we just
Back.
talked about we talked about Guy Montadello. He's a antagonist from Papa's Pizzeria. Just a crummy chef. Now we're
Are we
talking about Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack.
I'd invite him to lunch. I think we can get along.
Well, he had a real
Okay.
face, but did it like get burnt or melted off or something like that?
he's murdered thousands of people, Peach.
So have
He-
we.
Kidnapped his daughter and used her as a battery in AI.
Have you never like played that quest where like
Elon Musk.
you're finding the audio logs and then you find out that the way he just toys with people before killing them?
Taking
yeah, I
to
know
Detroit. Taking to lunch in Detroit. Oh, we're gonna take him to Detroit, all right. This
No,
man,
we're taking to Brazil.
I mean, this guy had a bad upbringing with his grandmother and his wife, but his actions far surpass anything that ever happened, or at least, or
not-
just as bad.
He not only had a bad family life, he also got betrayed by like basically everyone because I think in a vision they saw that he was going to become all powerful with the power of the relic from the vault.
He's
Classic trope of, oh, we saw you do this thing in the future, and therefore we are automatically assuming that you're going to be a bad person. You'd love to see it. But, yeah, send to Detroit.
Even his AI isn't very cool. I've played Tales from the Borderlands, and he's kind of a jerk there.
I mean, yeah, he did
To
try
be
to
fair,
boss you around
though,
too.
can we have? I feel like there should be a weird middle ground where like I should be able to take him to lunch and then bring him to Detroit after. We could have lunch in Detroit.
You can have him serve you lunch with Peach in Detroit.
No, I need to talk with him because I want to know how on earth he bagged a Moxie in that game. Like what? That
All
guy?
Moving on. Harley
Are
Quinn.
we not going to talk about that? How did
No,
he
we're
do
not.
it?
We're
Harley
not going to
Quinn.
talk about it. Harley Quinn, everybody.
Harley
Best
Quinn,
friend. Best friend.
best
Bestie.
friend. Also,
Best,
friend, best friend.
bestie.
Yep.
My friend. My friend.
if we
No,
put
mine.
her in any other tier, it would be homophobic.
You probably paid her, Kathy. I mean, you're probably not wrong.
What do you
Keep shaking
mean?
my desk.
I don't trust her, but I don't want her on my bed. So.
Good thing she won't be because she's a lesbian.
I'm just gonna be her friend. That's it. She hangs out with Batman. She's a reformed villain. She was treated very poorly by the Joker, so I'm
Oh,
The
we're
Jonkler.
going
Gonna be
with
friends.
version?
The
Alright,
Jonkler.
The Junkler.
Why he's so queerious, Batman? Is that a weird girl hanging out with you again?
Who is this character?
Lesbian.
You don't, Peach.
I can't see it from here.
I don't know
that's-
who that is either.
Like,
Like,
are you guys skipping the Phoenix Wright one because you've never?
No, he just
We're-
doesn't want to put it at the bottom of the tier.
We're doing that because I don't want speech or the spoiler to Peach.
The speech.
Okay.
the speech.
Yeah.
The
There's
speech.
Free speech
The
now.
Joinkler.
But yeah, this is
Gay
Jackal
one.
Jackal the Mantle.
Oh! Okay, so you know more about this than we do, so explain.
He is one of Wise Man's like top minions per se, that tries to take you or to stop knights from defeating Wise Men or steal your idia and whatnot. However, he is funny. He is like just jovial. I love his design and whatnot.
Just
He's a-
put him
he's a-
in bestie tier. You're
He's
going
a goober. I love him. He's great.
I know you do.
He's the best. He's the best. He's an
No, you're the
underappreciated.
best. You're just
I-
West the best.
Exactly. That's why he deserves to be in bestie tier.
Is that Jafar?
Jafar?
Friends.
You
Screw
can send him
Jafar!
Jafar away
I
to
hate him.
Detroit.
I hate him.
Jafar's
This man's a
cringe.
pervert.
He's evil and he likes underage children.
It's so fearless. I just no. This man deserves to go down.
I don't
Wait,
want him. Put him
where
in
does
de-
he come
Kill
from?
him.
Wait,
Kill
I
him. Don't
know
send
who
him here.
Jafar is.
That's Aladdin.
Who's Jafar? What did he? What is he?
He's he's
You didn't know that, Beast?
he's like Disney Drake.
That's a great way of putting it, honestly.
I don't care if his associate is Iago or voiced by Nick.
all you had to say was Drake, and that honestly would have just like sealed the deal for me.
Okay, but we can at least agree that the Iago on his shoulder is like an invite to lunch, right? Or
Oh,
at
yeah,
least
yeah,
would be better.
absolutely.
But
I'd hang out
Iago
with Gilbert Gottfried
gets
Bird.
redeemed eventually. He's not in this
Yeah,
tier list because
yeah.
he's not a bad person. He started
Right.
as one, but not anymore. Iago's fine. Jafar,
He didn't
send
know
this man to Detroit. Ixis Nagas from the Sonic comics as well.
Don't know anything about him.
He's a very creepy wizard.
Say
That,
the crimes.
Manipulation, brainwashing, possession, dethroning a king.
Hang him.
I think that's jail.
But
I
is
think
that
that's
like
jail.
Is it like a base dethroning a king, or is it like a bad dethroning the king?
Like literally seized the throne forcefully, I think, or whatnot. Or like used
Okay, but
false
wait,
evidence against
Was
him.
the king bad?
No, no, they weren't.
Yeah,
They were very good.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Okay. Send him to jail. I think
I'm-
jail.
No, I'm killing him.
Okay, kill him. Yeah, kill him.
I'm killing it.
Okay, okay.
That's
We're
cool.
killing
Okay,
him.
let's
this
kill
guy,
him. Let's
this guy,
kill him.
guy,
That's
you don't know him
Snatcher,
like I
see?
do. You guys
Is
don't
that
know him like I do.
Snatcher?
Yeah, it's Snatcher.
That's Snatcher, yes, dude. Snatcher
Bestie,
did nothing.
best
okay,
friend,
Snatcher
homie.
only did minor things wrong.
I don't care if he tried to kill me. We go way back.
I didn't know that. No, I mean good. Peach, would you like to elaborate why you would put him in bestie tier?
Because he's a fun personality. He's committed some crimes. That's okay, I think.
He has a very tragic past too, because he used to be a
That is
very
true.
good prince, and then his fiance just straight up imprisoned him out of false accusation, and literally
Yeah.
became this being out of pure sadness.
And he
was just-
did try to
Be a
take
better
my
person.
soul. But you know what?
He saved all
It's a
the
good. It's good.
souls
Look,
of
think of all the
people in
memories, the good memories I have, like
all the
Death
souls he
Wish
saved from that
and
thing.
Death Wish and Death Wish.
I think I saw him on
Put him in
One
best
time.
friend tier. He's my
Dude, he
best
saved
friend.
all those children that were getting like frozen over.
He would.
from
The only
Yeah.
thing is that he would be against being a best friend. He doesn't want friends.
Not your best friend, and then but he still is.
Yeah, he's just a little divorced guy.
Make
going
a
through
make a
some stuff.
contract to be his best friend, and then force him to sign it.
Not to the big tsundere. I agree.
This is another Sonic comic character, Fiona Fox. She starts out as an interest for Tails the Fox, that turns out to be an agent for Eggman, but then goes back to being an interest or a friend or like a freedom fighter for Sonic, and then betrays Tails, and then just betrays everybody to go for an evil version of Sonic.
Yeah,
She's a
overall, I
heartbreaker.
think is the top 10 video.
Heartbreaker.
Put him in the lowest. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Elmer Fudd.
Me.
Elmer Fudd. Why does that
Elmer
sound
Fudd.
familiar?
That's the guy who hunts Bugs Bunny.
That's
And he's
the
hunting
hunt-
rabbits.
Oh,
That's the guy who does W's instead of R's.
yeah, I'd say kill him because like rabbits already can't wear hats. Like, why do they need to be killed as well?
That's really true, but he's not
But
that bad of a guy.
Bugs Bunny is also kind of a dick.
He's,
Okay.
Bugs Bunny's a jerk. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
he is I agree.
Almost every single person Bugs
He can
Bunny's
grill
come
a good
across
cheese.
is the reason why they're trying to get rid of him to begin with, because he's
I
annoying
don't-
them or
I
something
don't
like that.
want Bugs Bunny to die. Alternatively, he kind of has it coming.
If anything, yeah, like Elmer is just protecting his
Yeah.
property. Like half the time he's like a
He's
farmer or
playing
something like
Henry.
that, and it's usually Bugs Bunny that does something to tick him off, and then Bugs just comes out on top because haha funny show. So I'd invite him to lunch. I don't see anything wrong with him.
Alternatively,
And also,
you could say it's a hate crime because he's going after our drag queen. Or king. Queen? Isn't it? I don't know. I don't know the term.
I don't know myself actually.
'Cause
I would
Bugs-
say-
yeah, he wears women's clothing. But like it's queen, right?
They are a fashionista to say the least. Many, many times. In fact, they have kissed Elmer many, many times, which is weird. Didn't they,
I
like,
love you, mama.
I'm serious though. Didn't they get like married in one of the endings of one of the shows?
I mean, that sounds like Bugs, yeah.
Let me look that up on Google. Surely I won't get bad results.
Yeah, Elmer marrying.
Yeah,
Going
don't they have like?
Google,
There's an
Elmer
episode
kissing
where
Bugs.
like they put a bunch of hats on and then they have like different personas. Elmer gets like a maid's
Elmer
gown.
Fudd and Bugs Bunny have married in several Looney Tunes cartoons, including
Several?
Bugs Bonnet and
You've
Rabbit
told
Romeo.
Multiple times. I
know.
love that.
Looney Tunes.
It's
is a
happened
good show.
multiple times. They're meant for each other.
Many
Whatever.
such cases.
Don't you think
It-
you'd fall for it at least once? I mean, Bugs is really good at what he's doing.
For Bugs,
He
maybe.
He's like
a
For Elmer,
does-
heck no.
Bugs-
does roll pretty high on charisma. Like,
Yeah,
Hi,
Bugs is
charisma roll?
literally just one of those like mythology trickster gods.
You're not wrong. I do like how in the more modern Bugs Bunny shows, Bugs is a lot more like serious and
Yeah,
reserved,
he's like a great man. Yeah.
and that's weak for him. I miss the old one. Uh,
I don't want him to always be like that, but I do like the new Looney Tunes show. I think it gives a bunch of the other characters, even though it kind of restricts Bugs a bit.
I do like the dynamic he has with Lola. I do like
Yeah.
that. Anyway, we're not talking about Looney Tunes. We're talking about villains we'd like to either hug or strangle. Speaking of
No, I'm-
villains, King Goobot from Jimmy Neutron.
That's the movie one, right?
Yes, but he's also in the show. For those that don't know, this guy is an alien for sure. But he kidnaps not just Jimmy's parents, but everybody's parents in Retroville. And then tries to feed them to a giant chicken monster named Poltra for their like a sacrifice. And even after that, he just has a vendetta against Jimmy. So
So, does he take all adults or just parents?
I think it's just parents, because
Alright,
I don't
then-
remember.
then
I think.
I don't mind.
Hold on. Oh, and I had a great idea for another suggestion. Save it for end of the stream. Discuss it later. I mean, you can put it down, but discuss that later. Anyway, beforehand, he eats a cute little innocent animal that he like is petting as a pet, and then straight up just shoves it in his mouth and eats it. So, this guy gotta go. Horrendous. Peach, you know this one. I know this one.
It's the king.
The king.
Kill this man.
The big sad from In Stars in Time. He literally turns everybody either into statues with his tears, or makes them into like tearful monsters that also freeze people. Shirley from Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2?
3.
Oh, right, that guy. But he's not a villain, though. He's not a villain. He was, but not in the end. Anyway, the king, he literally, for, like, I want to say serious spoilers, one of the companions you have, Bonnie, or, like, is it Boniface?
Boniface is the nickname.
Yeah.
I think
he's
that's the real name? I don't know.
he's literally like, isn't he like a child? Like, he's 8 years old or something like that? Or 10 at
Boniface is
least?
they're like, yeah, they're like a child.
Yeah. The king straight up grabs them and crushes them to death in his hands. And for that reason, this man goes to Detroit.
Send him.
Unforgivable. Unforgivable indeed.
Right.
Horrendous being. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Very egomaniac musclehead. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Does anyone else need a comment about Gaston? He's an egomaniac that tries to solely force Belle into marrying him, which is
he also
already a
can't
bad
read.
sign.
Force
He-
who?
He's Belle from Beauty and the
Oh,
Beast.
okay.
He seems cringe, but most of my Disney knowledge is Kingdom Hearts, and he's not in Kingdom Hearts, so I can't.
He's like the try-hard Chad on any subreddit or whatnot. He's
Isn't
like
he French? Doesn't that immediately put him down a tier or something?
I don't know about that, but yes. Here's the thing. The whole town admires him and loves him for whatever reason. If he wanted, he could just get some woman from the town there and marry them and whatnot. They would probably like have many people or suggestions and whatnot. Yeah, he solely targets the one person that has no interest in him at all. And for that, I put him in the
Jail.
Lotus Eating Machine. Put him to sleep. So he can dream about his fantasies and leave the rest of us alone.
No one eats like a stone.
No one's not as missed as Gaston gets as pissed as Gaston and lands on the bottom of the tier list like Gaston. Nice beat, nice. You want B? I think if you like, you could probably join us if Peach be willing.
We didn't fight with you, willing. This is your stream.
I mean, yeah, but this is your channel on the Discord.
Everyone's welcome to my channel.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not.
The fuck?
You're here, aren't you?
I'm only here because I hacked my way in. I
You'll-
gave myself mod perms.
You'll notice I asked Jess's permission to join and not Peach's. That should tell you.
Because I
You know what?
invited.
You know what, Kathy?
Ow!
Get
My parents are fighting for my amusement. I'd love to, but I feel like I
Just
don't want to
in
wake up my
in
parents.
the
That's very fair.
jail tier for that.
We appreciate you being here
Yeah.
anyway.
That guy with the. Well, I forgot his name.
Fawful?
Fawful.
That's also from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Specifically, he's a more prone villain in Bowser's Inside Story. But,
Fawful should die because he had he was like, oh, I won't do it anymore, and then he becomes a shopkeeper in like Partners in Time, and then he just goes back to being evil in Bowser's Inside Story. So he had a chance, he blew it. We kill him
I'm surprised you know more about Fawful than you do Cackletta.
because I never really played those games. I just know Fawful because I watched a lot of Matt Pat.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'm perfectly content watching in this bed, though Fawful is more memorable. You're not wrong. Despite what Cackletta did to Bowser, Fawful is more memorable of a character. He does have chortles. But, yeah, this guy gotta go. He was given a second chance for sure, but yeah, he gotta go. I was worried the tea was just freezing. I didn't want to ruin it. Mr. Waternoose from Monsters Incorporated.
Evil ass mother.
Capitalists,
steal-
kill him.
Capitalist pig that steals children to fund.
Evil ass guy.
Put him to death. Get rid of him.
Turn
He
him
was-
into spider legs. Delicious
he wa-
spider legs.
I don't know who came up with the concept of scaring kids to rent power and whatnot, but this guy took it to a whole nother level.
Is that GLaDOS?
GLaDOS,
GLaDOS.
yeah. So here's the thing though with Blasphemy. I don't
Lunch.
see them as a bad person. It's the machine that they're attached to that connects to the whole facility that I find evil. Because if you recall, the same thing happens to Wheatley. You put him in the machine instead, and he goes evil instead. And then GLaDOS becomes more friendly to you and helps you out and whatnot. And then you put her back in the machine, and then she goes evil again.
Well, I believe the other thing too is that like it's kind of like a dual personality thing because
Hmm.
the nice side is Caroline and then the evil side is GLaDOS. Also, the other thing to note, Caroline gets deleted by GLaDOS at the end of the game. So
That is true, but she does let you leave.
Yeah, because human test subjects are no longer efficient. The way forward is we make machines do it.
And they're content with it.
Just like real life.
After
And then-
killing like thousands of people, she realized this.
Listen, we all make mistakes.
None of
You know-
none of those like, with the exception of Shell, not one of them is still alive.
Like, if you
I mean,
can't handle me
she-
at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best.
It
If-
wasn't a triumph.
This was, I mean, at the end of the day, she does become a dealer at the poker night and inventory. So that's nice.
She didn't even give us cake.
Indeed
I
was a
don't,
lie.
I don't
I
like
mean,
cake. I don't
Did
like cake.
Princess Peach give us cake? I don't think she did.
She does,
does.
multiple times actually.
No, not. I don't believe it. It's lies.
She gets didn't she get kidnapped in a cake once by one of the Koopa kids?
Yeah,
Or
we
several
do.
of them. I'd solve puzzles for her if she wanted. I mean, I'd pardon her and leave her at that. I mean, you think about it. There are several of these characters that have killed multiple people, but I feel like it's okay.
Killing
Harley
people.
Quinn has killed multiple people, and we're okay with it. So, I don't see too much of a problem with her. She's just doing her job for science, even if it's
Okay,
a bit
but
wasteful.
Harley Quinn kills like billionaires. So if you think about it,
That's
she's
fair.
actually the hero.
The test subjects
most-
could have been billionaires. You never know.
No, that's not how capitalism works, Jess. Do we need to tell you about trickle-down economics?
We probably don't have time for that this stream.
Damn it. We never have time for trickle down economics.
And we never
The rich
will.
didn't
I
have
won't.
time either.
I won't allow it. Hopper from Bug's Life.
Killed this man.
Yeah. I mean, not because he's a bug, but just because of what he does to the ants and to Flick. And even she literally terrifies a child with one of the rabid grasshoppers. So, yeah, this guy gotta go. He's I don't know if I'd send him to execution via getting eaten by baby birds. Speaking of baby getting eaten, let me eat a snack here. I'm gonna eat some
Speaking of eating, eats a chatter.
eats a grasshopper. I have had grasshopper before though, or at least heard about it anyway.
And while he's eating, be sure to hit that follow button at twitch.tv/Jess_Wes_the_best.
You
I thought you were gonna-
follow now.
I thought you were gonna self-promote, and I wouldn't have been against it.
I don't know, follow Jess or something. I don't know, bro. I'm just. Oh, I ran out of.
Are you at least having-
I will distort if you don't follow Jess right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you
like,
at
follow
least
Jess or
having
something.
fun?
Bartender, another round.
Another
You have-
round, bartender.
But Peach, you are the bartender.
Another round, me.
Unless you want get one of these guys to do it for you. He radicalized me? I mean, that's fair. King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. I chose the Donkey Kong TV show one because I really like that one, but we can go by the games. Problem is, he's only in like 3 or 4 of them or so. So not a whole lot. I really like, I'll be very clear. It's hard to talk when I'm chewing something. Forgive me. I really like this guy. Specifically in the TV show, like, he is not that bad of a monarch, per se. Sure, he's bossy and whatnot, but he sings and dances. And he can be quite the charismatic man, as it were.
Me
I'd
and
be-
King Rule will go so way back. We're best friends.
I mean, I was going to say I invited him to lunch, but I'd be tempted to be his best friend. I mean, the TV show, I'm laughing a second version of Pete's behind the counter actually doing bartender things. Fair enough. That'd be like, what's the evil version of Pete or whatnot? I don't know. I have to discuss that later. But, King K. Rool, he wants the crystal coconut for Congo Bongo Island, or at least be recognized as a true threat to Donkey Kong and whatnot. But once he got the crystal coconut, what would happen then? He ruled Congo Bongo Island, but would that be a bad thing? Would he have like a vendetta against the monkeys or whatnot? I don't know. I don't think he's that bad of a guy. I did invite him to lunch. I'm assuming you guys are being quiet because you don't have much to say about him.
I've never.
I
Played
know him
Donkey
from
Kong
game
Country,
and
unfortunately.
Smash.
I need to introduce you to the TV show. The Mad Hatter from Batman. Guy's a creep.
He's not a good person, but he's just kind of a guy.
Does
Yeah.
he even do anything? Like,
He hypnotizes people.
Nectarine soda. Oh, that's funny.
Wasn't there one that, like, didn't we make up a name for you in, like, Garlic Phone, like Pear? Or something like that?
Pear
Ow.
juice.
Pear juice. Pear cider. But yeah. Mad Hatter, tragic guy. I kind of sympathize with him, but he's also really, really, really creepy. Like, really to the point where, like, he will send you to, like, a realm of nightmares or whatnot before killing you and whatnot, so. I put him in the Lotus Eater machine because he does the same thing to Batman. One of the cartoon episodes, he sends him to a Lotus Eater machine, so. I'm gonna take his own medicine. See how he feels about it. The Enchantress from Shovel Knight. And this is the part I was talking about before because the Enchantress, and this is major spoilers, she is Shield Knight, just possessed by a dark relic of, like, evil power. She does a lot of heinous stuff and whatnot, but under the influence of the relic itself. So, I'd say, in regards to the person being possessed, they're fine. They're a hero anyway. But as for the Enchantress itself, like the very presence of it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's no bueno. I think I remember his name. I can't remember the name of this character now. Although she's very iconic. Shoot. I can't remember. Dahlia Hawthorne. That's the one. I remember now. Dahlia Hawthorne from Phoenix Wright. Should I say that for later on? Same with David Gant?
I mean, yeah. Hand in hand, right?
Yeah, I will. King Knight from Shovel Knight. So, there is a additional game in the main Shovel Knight series. I think it's like called King's Conquest or something like that. Where you get to play as King Knight and discover his story and whatnot. He starts out as a man going around playing a card game called like Justice or something like that. To try and be a champion, to be recognized as a king, because he was raised up by a very poor family with his mother. But as you go further along, you encounter like different creatures and whatnot, and defeat Empress's like minions and such, to become like a more refined hero. To the point where you come across the Empress, she grabs 3 kings that you've been helping out turns them into one giant monster that you defeat. At the end, you have friends who are like dangling over a cliff, and the Empress gives you the choice, like, you can either help your friends or you come with me and I can make you a real king and whatnot. Throughout the game, whatnot, your friends have been like considering like supporting to you. One of the kings themselves is like very respectful and calling you his son and whatnot. King Knight just goes up and betrays them to become a legit false king to take over the throne. He basically throws away all the stuff and whatnot that's been supporting him for the entire game just to become a king that lasts like temporarily from Shovel Knight. So for that, put him in Lotus Eater Machine. I hate people that betray friends. Speaking of people that betray friends, King Dedede. I don't think he does that though. We all know King Dedede, right?
I
No,
know him
who's that?
from The anime. That
I do love the anime adaptation of King Dedede. The way he talks and whatnot is really good. King Knight is pretty clueless.
Man back in
sadly.
99.
Now, actual king, there you go. The thing is, King Dedede, he starts out as a villain in the very first game, but at the end,
I got a
He's
clobber
tries to-
that there, Kirby.
that's what we do best at enemy. You better get it with a money back guarantee. Love that show. In the beginning of the first game, he tries to stop Kirby from taking the Dream Rod from the Dream Fountain, because that will unleash a, like, nightmare being. I think it's literally just called Nightmare. So in the beginning, he tries to be a friendly person or not, or at least tries to stop him for a good reason. Later on, he becomes a greedy pig that like steals all the land, like all the food of Dreamland for himself to take down Kirby. So that's kind of a bad part in regard. However, in majority of the other games, the reason why he's evil or a boss is because he's either manipulated or possessed by something, like either dark matter or like being controlled by some other being or sorcerer or whatnot. Half the time, though, he's just a friend with Kirby and like helps him out in his adventures. So I feel like bestie tier. I feel like he would be a pretty chill guy. Even in the TV show and whatnot, I'd like to hang out with him. I feel like he would be all right. Not too bad. Now this guy, he's technically not the main antagonist of Yakuza 0, but he's the more iconic one, Kuze.
good old Kuze.
Good old 5-fight Kuze.
Yep.
He doesn't, in regards to like what he does in the game, is not as bad as some of the other villains per se. There are some like really bad ones, like they've gone into like sexual harassment and whatnot. But Kuze itself has a personal vendetta against Kiryu specifically, just because he thinks Kiryu is like a pushover. And I feel like Gypsy has more to say about this than I do, because you're more familiar with this character than me.
Yeah, it's funny. Johnny just finished Yakuza 3 when he's rated over here. But yeah, I mean, I played 0 through 5. Kuze, you fight him 5 times. It's crazy. With him as a character, I mean, he does try to manipulate Kiryu, and is totally cool with him getting sent to prison, or like even like suggesting that like, oh yeah, you just cut off your finger, even though you didn't. Like he knows Kiryu didn't do anything wrong. Like they're all trying to just throw him under the bus to get a position in the Yakuza, and they're just throwing like a no-name nobody under the bus, and it's just like that's cringe. But I don't like. You're right. He's not as bad as some of the other ones, especially like Dojima.
Yeah, Dojima is awful.
I don't know if I'd really convince him to be better. I think it's just like, I mean, after the point you beat him up 5 times, it's kind of like, okay, I guess we're done now.
I mean, after the 5th time, he's kind of like, he's gotten a lot more serious about it, and a lot more, like, more determined, or rather just, like, more sympathetic anyway, rather than, like, the 4 times where he literally just tries to kill you. The 5th one, he's like, I want you to actually prove it to me, so I feel like I'm gonna do it. Go ahead.
When Kiryu leaves, he, in the last one, he's like, yeah, like, that's a real Yakuza right there. Like, he finally acknowledges that Kiryu's just like you did it. You finally hit your stride in there.
I feel like I do with the same thing that Kiryu did. I just pardon it and leave it at that. Because I don't think he goes to jail or anything like that or whatnot. He's never seen again, but I don't think
Finally,
Kiryu kills
we've
him or
killed
anything,
so many people.
to be fair, they kind of deserved it.
I
They
mean,
truly
true.
deserved it, so.
To be fair, this is the villain tier. They're going to tend to be worse people.
Bees. I feel like you would have a lot to say about this one. Gabriel from Ultra Kill. Although Kathy
Not a
might have
villain.
something to say about it.
Not a villain.
Machine.
Not a villain at all.
Are you sure?
Not a villain.
He is in the villain category, or villain
Gabriel
Wikia.
Gabriel is not actually a villain. If anything, V1 is the villain.
How?
Because
He's just going around getting some food.
lore-wise, it is implied that V1 and all other machines that are fueled by blood killed the human population, and the reason they're even traversing hell is to find more blood to fuel them.
I mean,
That's why the tagline is humanity's dead, blood is fuel, and then hell is full.
Here's the thing, Bees. You said that does Gabriel count as a villain? You're the one who suggested him to be for this tier list.
The
The
other
reason
thing
why
too
he's
is
here is it's because of you, bud.
Gabriel is but following the holy order's wishes.
And
And
doesn't he kill the council though in the end?
yeah,
because they feel like they
he's
betrayed them?
Based
Yeah,
on
he's
the
been
lore
cast out.
video Where Gabriel's hanging out with Hatsune Miku, I think we would get along really well.
Yeah, that's why I also would
I-
put him in bestie.
Yeah.
You did?
I think
Yes,
we
you
Don't you
did.
know he changes the
You
ending
did
of
this.
Signalis too?
Based
With
on
the
video
power of
that we
Christ,
remember, so,
Arion
or
lives.
Fortnite mod, I think we'll get along.
You're literally
Machine!
one of your lists here is Gabriel from Ultra. Oh my word! I did what? What was I thinking?
Put Gabriel in bestie. Gabriel's a bestie.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Homeboy did nothing wrong. Green Goblin. I think we all have a lot to say about this guy.
I don't know. What does he do?
It depends on which one we're talking about.
The
yeah.
hot Terry. First, we attack the.
Yeah, if we're talking about Willem Dafoe, I mean, he had a lot of chances and he fucks it up at like every
Yeah.
other turn.
Gabriel's a bestie, but what one was I on when I suggested Gabriel? I don't know. You were on Honey, maybe Mead. I don't know. But Green Goblin, you and me can rule this city, Spider-Man. He is literally one of the main threats to Spider-Man or New York as a whole because of how diabolical his schemes can be. He knows he's evil and he relishes it. He's done a lot of heinous stuff to both him and his family. Literally done several stuff to innocent people and whatnot, and branched out further than that. This man deserves to be put into Detroit. He's a horrible character. Not horrible as in badly written, but horrible as in this guy is literally the next Joker.
They literally made a redemption movie for those characters and he still screwed it up.
Yeah, he's that bad. And those good plants and that lovely daffodils and dandelions. Biggest hostess against this one, I think it was Kale from Hyperbeat. I think it is.
Kale's
Yeah.
pretty delicious. Wait, we're talking about the food?
No, we're talking about the villain. Kale
Oh,
of
I don't know
Arenday
who that
from
is.
High Five Rush. High Five Rush, that's one.
I haven't played that game yet. Shit.
He's should I talk about it later then in that case?
No, you can go on ahead. I don't mind.
Okay. He's a capitalist pig.
Dies.
Die.
He literally
Die.
his company takes people that have broken arms and whatnot, or problems with their body, and they replace it with robotics, which is nice. But then he uses those robotics to hack into people's minds to control them to be to literally buy more from this company, to try and squash out all the rest of the competition. To that way, his company is the only one standing, and he's basically an emperor to everyone. If I
Yeah,
understand
also
that
that.
correctly. He makes an Agato program to make them loyal customers. There you go, yeah. He's a tyrant. We eat the rich. Send him to Detroit.
That's essentially what
Yum.
Kevin Spacey's character in that Call of Duty game did, right? He gives a robotic prosthetic to the guy and try to control him. I mean, it's not to the same level of mind control, but
Speaking of mind control, M. Bison, because he does that to quite a few people. M. Bison from Street Fighter. Literally, he's a pervert. He takes several women and makes them into dolls or thralls so that they can be bodies for him to inhabit into in case he dies.
Wait, this is
That
on
is-
Hi-Fi Rush?
No, this is Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
This is Bison.
Yeah, and Bison, the mighty Bison. Yeah, this guy's literally like this.
He's the guy who
His
goes-
origin.
Psycho uppercut or something like that. You know?
He
Wait.
goes, yes, yes.
Street Fighter 6 Fearless. Is he top 10?
He's not actually a Bison, which really upsets me. So I think he should die.
Yeah, he's more like a clone per se of Bison that like surpasses him.
Yeah, Bison
Uh,
A tier? Okay, kill him.
Yeah, what is the deal with the thing? Because isn't there's like a character that's M Bison but not M Bison or something?
He's named M
Shuri?
Bison because people call him M Bison.
Okay.
It's weird because he's apparently one of the dolls that he made for himself, kind of like what he did with South, but he does like he has amnesia and doesn't really remember himself very well. But he's just going by what people like see in him and then embracing that. Because Jury finds him, talks about how much of a diabolical villain he is, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna be that just to spite you. So, but M Bison, yeah, we put him in, we kill him. He's a very tyrannical ruler that literally just abuses women to make them into like puppets. So,
Is
Hey!
Manol on this
Okay.
list?
ooh,
Is Manol from Street Fighter 6 on this list?
Man, not as a not a
Manon's
villain.
not a villain.
What do you mean? She's French.
Oh, wee wee.
What's wrong with French people? What's wrong with
Oh,
French
what
people?
isn't wrong with them?
Don't even get me
I
started on French people.
mean,
What is wrong with the French?
Jinpachi from Tekken, specifically Tekken 5. He is Heihachi's father.
Uh, Put him in bestie because he made Heihachi, and Heihachi's pretty cool.
Here's the thing though, Jinpachi himself isn't really a bad person because he made I think he made the foundation, like the Mishima Zaibatsu, after the Second World War to like try and bring peace and to like help people out. And then Heihachi just up and betrayed him and then buried him under a temple for like several years or so. Until they
Yeah,
came
but-
out and was possessed by a demon to try and eradicate all of humankind. So Jinpachi isn't really that bad of a person. I feel like he would be a good man. Even go ahead.
You talking shit about my goat?
Who, Heihachi?
Heihachi, he's my goat, bro.
Absolutely, I'm talking crap about him. He's a bad person.
He did
he's in-
nothing wrong.
He's in this list. He's right here.
Pretty
We're gonna be
But
talking
he's
on
so cool.
I don't care if he's cool. M. Bison's cool, and I still think he's a
but
villain.
Heihachi made Reina, and Reina is like the best thing ever made since like sliced bread. So
Jinpachi, I invited him to lunch. The Joker, baby.
kill him.
Abuses woman Detroit. Yes.
I mean,
Actually,
you could
that's a
just,
valid
like,
point.
you could save so much time for Batman. You just kill the Joker right now.
There's even one of the comics in the Injustice series. He like snaps the Joker's neck while he's like driving around, and then sends him to the police to turn himself in for killing him.
Jason
Even-
Todd should do it. I think
Yeah, this-
Jason Todd, the legal authority.
This guy,
Easton Todd.
you can't see it because
Happy
Gy-
trying to gush about
Gypsy's
fictional
thing is
women
over the way,
challenge.
but
What?
I'm reading what
man's
Bees
go to
wrote.
Detroit.
Oh, what did they write? Well, let's see. Kathy, try not to gush about fictional women. Mods ban them.
Mods, promote Bees. Give them more
Yeah.
power.
I wish women weren't fictional. That'd be cool.
I try and make it better so people can see it more, but it's fine. I'll be taking this once we're done and putting it in the Discord.
Because there's a B in here.
Yeah, sorry, Kathy, you're not a mod.
Can I become a mod?
No.
But
And-
there's so many bad chatters. They're all slandering me.
The only bad cheddar I see is you.
I'm not even in the chat.
You were.
Chatting with
No, I'm
your
not.
face.
Kingpin from Spider-Man. Or I guess Marvel in general, because he's got a lot of villains there.
He's kind of just like
He's a
not
criminal,
the
but he's
fastest guy, but like he's not like as bad as like someone like I feel like someone like Penguin would be worse. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, Penguin is just sloppy. When Kingpin, he's an organized man. He's a crime lord, but he's a good crime lord. Like, he knows what he's doing half the time. He does do horrendous things. In the Into the Spider-Verse, he does kill Spider-Man, and then giving him like a mock funeral or something like that to try and save his wife and child. But I don't know. I feel like he's kind of a tragic person because he got made fun of by his like size when he was young, and then learned that like power is the only like true reality here.
Didn't he do everything he did in Spider-Verse because of the swagger?
No.
It
But
does-
if that's a joke, I think it is terrible.
It ain't about the money, Spider-Man. You have the swagger.
But yeah, I feel like he could be reasoned with. Maybe I try to convince him to be better. I don't know. He does
There you
respect
go.
people that like go against him, but yeah, I don't know. I
Have
could
you
try
all
to
seen
talk to
that
Wife
video
and kids and
where
He did it because his wife and kid died, I think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, what kind
There's a video where King becomes a Markiplier.
I know what Kathy's talking
You're,
about.
you're losing it.
I think she's gone crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I put this person in this list. I mean, they are from the Ace Attorney series, in like one of the like later games. I don't remember her name. I think it was like Quarren or something like that.
The quartering. What? Yeah, that's a villain. Kill him.
The cornering.
I mean,
Wait,
she's
the cornering's on this list.
Garan. That's the one. Garan.
Wait, the quartering's on this list?
Kill him.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
What basically what she is that she is a false monarch that literally like forces her way into power. She's killed many people through her like political manipulation or like royal manipulation, and has kept alive for like 23 years of being a monarch because she can talk to spirits, but that's a lie. I'm putting her in. Put them in Lotus City Machine. I wish I could talk more about these characters, but still. Geese Howard. You guys know Geese
Know who
Howard?
that is,
from-
but I don't
King of
know
Fighters?
what they've done. Yeah, I know who that is though.
I killed Terry's dad. There's also like a big crime lord in the city, apparently.
Kill him.
Do you want to elaborate on that? You like to kill people a lot, apparently.
Terry is the goat. He's based. We love Terry. Killing his parents, that's cringe. You can't do this to the goat.
Killing his parent, I think his mom died earlier or something like that.
Oh, worse. Now he has no parents, bro. How could you do this?
Parentless Terry, man. That's just Kathy. She's always bloodthirsty. I'll put him in the machine. Actually,
I
no.
can't believe this is even controversial. Like what?
Actually, no. I'm keeping him in the machine. He does fall off a building to his death, supposedly. So you know. Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
That guy sucks.
He is pretty funny though.
Yeah, well,
He's funny, but he's also a
like that-
pervert.
well, it's like the Hades thing, except worse.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, you're funny, but like you're also just like not a good person.
He's extremely thirsty. And then once he figures out that his bride-to-be is an ogre, he immediately retaliates and tries to get her imprisoned for the rest of her days. So
At least he got eaten by a dragon.
Why
Yeah.
didn't she
At
just
least
not be an ogre?
it's not her fault that she got cursed by it, Kathy. Why
Well,
can't
she
you be a
She shouldn't have.
why do you have to be a puppy girl?
I am not.
That's
Damn, got her ass.
I hate this chat. Who said
Maybe
it?
look.
Who called me a puppy girl here? Mods.
One.
What?
I say 1-1.
One.
He's not beating
She's
the
not beating the
allegations.
allegations. chat.
Bees has got a point.
One.
Bees has got
What
a
are you-
point, you know.
What
1-1
are
is
you talking
bark, I think, in
about?
Japanese.
Rough,
You
rough,
can't
bark,
do
bark, bark.
that.
Dang,
Yeah, I
just
can.
got
So what? I
Japan.
can make you say slurs in other languages, and suddenly you said it because you didn't know.
Why is barking a slur?
Good question.
I'll put him in the Lotus Eater machine. 'Cause
Put
then
Cat
he
in
could
the
be
Lotus
happy.
Eater machine.
Lurch probably put
Oh,
pretty low.
no.
I wish I could. All right,
Why
Kathy.
do you want to put me in a Lotus machine? What?
Kathy, this is your time to shine.
Okay.
You get to talk about your boy.
All right.
Hey Hachi,
so-
hey Hachi.
Hachi, number 1, he made Reina. Number 2, Reina is cool and she's like her outfit is sick and like she can do electrics.
Kathy,
Also,
read
she
it.
tried to kill a Polish prime minister, and that's pretty base because what has Poland ever done for us?
Okay. All right.
And also-
Read the chat.
Also, like he taught his entire like clan how to Korean backdash, which is pretty funny if you think about it. What else?
He's
oh
better
yeah, and
than
the
he's better than his son. I'll give him that. Not
oh
by
yeah, in
much
Tekken
though.
8, he did kind of become better. So if you think about it, it's really he's not actually a bad guy. It's just the devil gene corrupting him.
He doesn't have the devil gene.
Oh,
That's the point.
Yeah,
It was
that's
his
why
wife
he's
that had
like,
the double
that's why
gene, but he
tried
had to
murder
kill
his
her.
family. That's why he
okay.
throws
Well,
the
I
dude off
remember
the cliff
something.
500
It
times.
was like he becomes evil again because like some sort of evil thing comes back inside him.
Yeah, I mean he has like he's not a good person at the start. He gets amnesia in Tekken 8, but then he gets his memory back and becomes evil again because he's a tyrannical scumbag.
Okay, but like he didn't kill anyone.
He did kill his wife.
Okay,
Which,
but like
to be fair, she
kinda-
tried to kill him first because she was a demon, or like she was a
Okay.
devil.
First off, how do we know that they died?
Because he snapped her neck.
Okay, but it's Tekken. No one dies in Tekken.
And nobody dies from explosions in Tekken. A snap of the
Heihachi-
neck in a cutscene, that's valid game.
Heihachi died like multiple times, and he's still not dead. And then Anna
doesn't-
Williams is still alive somehow. I don't know how. I thought she was dead, to be honest.
You don't die from explosions in Tekken.
Okay, and you also don't die from snapping your neck.
I mean, she did die though.
Okay,
He shed a tear for her, to be sure. And then Kazuya went to a fight Heihachi, but then Heihachi beat him up as a kid and then threw him over a cliff. Because
well,
of the
you
devil gene
are
within
going
him.
to look so dumb when they add what was her name? Kazumi? Kazuya?
Kazumi?
I don't remember. Kazumi. You're gonna look so dumb when they add her as DLC in Tekken 8.
I mean, why would you want that though?
Because it would be kind of funny, to be honest.
Wouldn't you want to play as like Devil Reina instead?
No, I'm just gonna play as Anna when she comes out because she looks cool.
Devil Reina?
Oh my god, bro.
Why?
I don't need Devil Reina.
Yeah,
I
we
already
have regular Reina. Regular Reina's
we have
cool.
regular Reina and Asuka and like Lily and Lydia and Nina. There's so many. We don't need anymore.
All right,
We
fine.
feel their
Fair enough.
women.
But which tier are we putting on Heihachi?
Bestie.
I'm not putting him in bestie. I'm sorry.
Bro,
to say.
like, don't you want to learn Electric Wing Godfist IRL?
I just learned it from his grandpa.
I feel like after the whole genocide thing, you could probably put him in pardon because he probably deserved to try to murder his family.
I mean, he also like took over the company from his grandpa, so that was the start of his evil regime. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put him in pardon just because he's not as bad as Kazuya, although he did influence him in a way. So I don't know. The lizard from Spider-Man. Doc
He's a lizard,
Connors.
He's cool.
He did eat his wife and child, but he also did bring them back as lizard people too. So
They taste good.
Yummy.
okay. That's not the point where I thought. That's not where I thought this conversation was going. But okay.
You're like
Grabbing
baby
some water,
cow
I'll be right
veal.
back.
I mean, just it tastes.
He
pretty
also
good.
he also teaches at a high school now as a lizard person, but people respect him. So I'll invite him to lunch. He was he was a good person, became a lizard man that went rabid, tried to be a good person again. Lizard man overtook him, and then tried to be a good person again anyway. So I feel like it
Okay.
balances out.
I feel like I'd invite him to lunch just to like talk to him about the whole lizard experience. That'd be very interesting.
I'm sure many people have. I'd be cautious about bringing it up because I don't want to upset him. Although he might talk about it anyway. So
I mean, it's kind of hard not to talk about when you're a damn lizard.
yeah, it's fair. This is the Mad Doctor from Mickey, or Epic Mickey anyway. He's the whole reason why the whole game turns, or actually no, that's not the whole reason, because Mickey's kind of the reason why that whole game starts out. He puts too much
He's a
paint
real
in the
villain.
world.
He should be on this.
I think we should like I don't know what we should do to that guy, but I'd say we should have added Disney to the list because if you think about it, they're the ones who killed Mickey in that game. Because they shut
Mickey
down
did-
the company after.
Mickey doesn't die though.
Well, he does technically die. The Epic Mickey version. Because they killed the company. So you're never
Did-
getting another game.
But then they bring it back as rebrushed, or did that happen right afterwards? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying they actually just killed off the entire series because the devs are no more. They killed the
that's good.
company.
That's a bit sad. Anyway, I'll put this guy in pardon because he does try to redeem himself in the end. I want to play those games because I remember playing the first one a while ago on the Wii and had a good time with it. But I would like to try that game again. I never got to beat it. I'll wait for Peach to come back for this one because I feel like she has something to say. Or actually, no, Peach doesn't really know about Jury, does she? She likes the
Jury?
character. Yeah, Jury.
They 100% know stuff about Jury.
Oh, then I'll wait
I
for them to
hear-
come back.
I hear Peach.
And-
I've heard Peach multiple times talk about you.
In that case, I will take a break myself because I gotta go to the restroom, and I'll wait for them to come back instead.
Hell yeah! All right. So any other ones I disagree with? Let's take a look here. Oh, never mind. He took it off. Oh, look in the Discord. What we got?
I just came to
Oh,
tell you you're
Johnny's-
gay, Peach.
They're not
Peach
here.
isn't even here. You just
Bro, can you tell Peach I came in and told him they're gay?
yeah, sure. Actually, I'll just change the streaming channel to say Johnny said
Also,
you're gay.
Jess, you're cool. Have a good one. Oh, Peach back?
No.
Oh.
Wait, Johnny, come back. And here's where we wait. Maybe. I don't know if he's listening to the stream or not. Dang it, Johnny. Alright, whatever. Anyway, what do we got from this the rest of the list where I wasn't here? Oh, there he is. Johnny, okay, what did you think about Kuze? So, that was he was rated when you weren't here, so yeah, Yakuza.
I'm back.
Oh,
You're gay,
there
you're
you
gay, you're gay, you're gay.
Oh
you're
my
gay,
God.
you're gay. I don't remember. I was thinking it at the end, dude. Who the fuck is Kuze?
Did we
I
kill
can't-
anybody
Kuze
else?
is the one you fight 5 times in Yakuza 0. And he's the one that chopped off his pinky.
Okay, okay. Now that makes more sense. Did we even see him in any of the Yakuza game?
No, because he was made like he's like a popular actor, I guess. In
The One
Japan.
Piece.
And 2, he's they were made just for Yakuza 0, so none of those characters came
The
back.
One
because they
Piece
were
is
created for
real.
that game.
That's
Also,
not
one of
true, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. Because one's killed, and one's imprisoned, and then the other one, I don't know what happens to him. Maybe just like kind of fucks off, I guess.
I do have to go to bed.
Welcome back.
You
All
guys
right, I'm back now.
have a good one, Jess. Have a good stream.
You too, Johnny. Thanks for coming in and saying hello, and thank you for the raid.
Oh my.
Okay. Did you guys discuss anything while I was gone?
I tried to
we-
get
I
Johnny-
literally just got back, like right now.
I tried to get Johnny to talk about Kuze, but
The next one's Jury.
I was
Best
hoping
friend.
you. I was waiting for you to come
Best
back
friend,
so that you
yeah.
could talk to about it. I mean, Yeah, I mean, I have no argument with this.
Bro,
They're
where she literally has the cutest PJs. Like, tell me where you bought them, bestie. I want those.
Jury is one letter.
This is
away
what
from
we're
jury,
talking
so
about?
she's fine in my
Mhm.
book.
it's the PJs
Peach
we're
knows.
focusing on, no, not anything else. Okay, sure.
Yeah. There. Have you seen those PJs? They got little pom poms at the top. Like, oh, that's so cute.
I dislike her hair, but the rest of her is like such a huge vibe, and I can live with it.
You just like the hair?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like the
What
weird.
What are we supposed to dislike, Jess?
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. I never said no. I'm surprised we're focusing on that aspect, not anything else.
Well, she's also just a very tragic character,
She
and
is. She absolutely is.
if
She got
anything,
her.
she's more, I'd argue anti-hero more than anything.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Harley Quinn or
Yeah,
King D&D,
I'd actually say the same thing, to be quite honest.
but that's why they're in bestie tier. So
Yeah, so they're the bestie.
I only said villain because she doesn't seem to be interested in becoming good anyway. But she's also not.
She's
like, super
already
evil.
perfect the way she is. She doesn't need to change.
Girl, you're amazing.
I feel like she should stop sitting on people though.
What?
What? That's
Why
like
would
the
you-
best part, Jess. What the hell?
Okay.
Finally, finally, someone
Moving
said it.
on. Maleficent from Enchanted, or not Enchanted. Was it Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, she's not cool. She's pretty cringe.
She is. I mean, in the real, like the live action movie, she's better, but in the traditional like animation sense, she is like horrendous. Literally, literally tries to take over the whole land and becomes like a giant dragon.
She tries to take over Disney Castle in Kingdom
Wait,
Hearts 2.
Maleficent, you said?
Yeah, Maleficent.
The dragon lady who has a bird on her shoulder.
She literally says like, "Feel the powers of hell," and then she becomes a giant dragon. She's like the iconic Disney villain of the whole series. Like when people think Disney villains, they usually think of Maleficent as the first one.
And that's why she's in Fortnite now.
What?
Yeah, they added 3 Disney villains to Fortnite. It was Captain Hook, it was Maleficent, and then it was someone else.
Astonishing. I mean, I guess they don't want Mickey Mouse running around with a gun, so
Yeah,
that makes more
Uh,
sense.
I
they
do.
put in like $1 billion into Disney did into like Fortnite thing so that they could have like an island thing eventually, its own game mode. But they also
I mean,
included, like, characters.
they put the Incredibles in there, and they put in
Yeah, but I feel like that's different.
yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, the other
Because
one's
they're
Cruella, by the way. That's the other villain.
Cor-
You can
that's
just
hilarious. Corella running around with like a shotgun or something like that.
I'm surprised you missed this. This is like 4 or 5 months ago.
I haven't been paying attention to this. I didn't see it
Fair
on
enough.
Twitter.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, so you can just like shotgun people in the head with Cruella if you want to.
That's
or
cool.
Captain Hook or Maleficent.
I like that. Anyway, Kathy, you were gonna say something about Maleficent, or
Depending on which one we're talking about, if it's specifically the live action, you can kind of tell that she is a SA survivor of sorts.
Ooh.
So kinda does factor in a little bit when talking about her actions in that sense. I don't know how she's in the animated though, so I can't.
I mean,
give
the animated, she's just a cool like a sorceress that nobody seems to like. Wasn't invited to a party and then decides to try and take over the entire kingdom in response. So I feel like she's petty in that regard. So I'll banish him to Detroit. Marks from Kirby, cute little gesture boy that's
I eat
turned out
him.
to be a horrible gremlin. You eat him?
Just like,
500 calories.
I ate him.
Why are you going to eat him?
it's Kirby. He eats everything.
That's not
500
Kirby.
calories.
Or,
For,
sorry,
all-
what?
for eating Marks.
Look at him. It looks like marshmallow. I eat him.
500 calories.
All right. Let me bring up another image for you there, Peach. Hold on.
Do you think
Another
that
image
that
link.
Kirby enemy is calorically dense enough to be considered a meal, or?
You want to eat him
No,
now?
I think it's more. What's it?
Ah, there's too much bone. Not
I
enough
could.
meat.
I. it's like a rib. You eat the middle part. I could eat him.
This man can literally split himself in half and turn himself into a black hole.
Okay, so here's what
I
you
eat
do.
the black hole.
You rip
They
out
used
his
to
little
call
teeth.
me the black hole back in college.
Jeez.
He literally tricks Kirby into gathering a bunch of like stars to summon a giant clock being that can make wishes. And before Kirby could say anything, not that he could because he can't talk, Mark suddenly bumps him out of the way and like tries to rule Popstar, and then reveals himself as that form I showed you, as like a demented jester creature. However, he does come back in later games to help out just because he was hungry. So
That's a valid reason to help someone.
I feel like, you know what? I invite him to lunch. Make a mistake, but you know, he like B said, he babby. Definitely create a bonus for jester. I love jesters. I love clowns. Or not clowns, but just like Harlequin type of people. As you could tell by my obsession with Jackal. So gets bonus points for that regard. Bees, you're gonna have to help me with this one because this is Lady Luck from High Dice, I think it's called. I have no idea about the character other than that she's like a trickster that like tricks people and like kills them or something like that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure
Dicey
myself.
Dungeons.
Yeah, Dicey Dungeons, that's the one. You know about it, Peach?
I have no idea.
I'd say
Okay.
put her in bestie. We love a girl who knows how to hustle.
Get on that grind.
See if I can find it here.
She also looks really cool, so like, she can't be that evil.
She does have a cool character design, sure. She has like a maestro or like a ringleader or something like that.
In the past. Yeah.
Which contestants
be
join her
fair-
game show and fight her in many dungeons in hopes of winning a prize, that being whatever their heart's desires. However, the prize was a ruse to Lady Luck to lure them in, expecting contestants to a dungeon and ultimately fail to be forced to become one of her minions. Oh, okay, so it just turns people into, like, minions and whatnot. Tyrannical trickster that makes you into one of her thralls. I feel like she could be put in, like, pardon. Leave it at that. Not the worst case, but I get rid of her game show to be sure. Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, I love this guy.
Probably one of the most like tyrannical villains in the entire Kung Fu Panda series. Just because of what he
Literally
does to
committed
Po.
genocide.
Literally like almost wipes out the entire race of pandas. Just because he wanted to use fireworks as a weapon. But they thought, no, that's not a good idea. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll show you. So he literally wipes out nearly all entirety of Poe's family. Just for pettiness and whatnot. I mean, he's got a cool design, and he's like a good, cool character, but I thought, like, I gotta put him in Detroit.
He was
Literally
he
causes
was
a
also-
genocide.
Yeah, he was literally fucking given a chance to like, because Poe was like the perfect enemy for that, right? In the sense that like, oh, he'll still forgive you even after all this time, and then he just would not take it. Anything.
Yeah. I want to be
Yeah,
I want to aspire to be like Poe and like Ichiban or Kirby, anything like that. Any character that's like pure and innocent and very forgiving. I want to be like that, but I'm also me, and sometimes I gotta say this person got to be put down. These next two characters, I mean, I guess I could talk about Kristoff. I'm not gonna talk about Von Karma or like Vincent Von Karma. That's major spoilers for Ace Attorney. But I will talk about Kristoff, just because of how in-depth of a character Kristoff is in the Apollo Justice series.
I thought we were talking about Kristoff from Frozen.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's on this list. I didn't qualify him. Kristoff Gavin starts out as a lawyer or like a teacher to Apollo, but it turns out he's a big like manipulator and like I want to say crime lord per se, but that might be a bit too extreme. He does manipulate several people and poisons them with atrocoline. Even when he gets like discovered for murder, he still is able to kill people through that method, just because of how intelligent he is. and he believes in the righteous rule of the law. And when the court turns out to be a court for like the gallery to be choosing rather than the judge making the decision themselves like you usually do, he absolutely loses it and goes insane. He's a really good character and really well depth, but he deserves an Detroit. This guy is way too unhinged. And Mammoth Mogul from the Sonic comics, he's like Ixis Nagas, except he is a mammoth starting from the like dawn of time per se. He's like a god, quote unquote, that like has masterful rule with like ancient power. Literally brainwashes several of Sonic's friends and whatnot for his own nefarious purposes while trying to play off as like a charismatic political role per se. So you're like, oh, you can't prove me for this kind of stuff. I did nothing wrong. Literally gets beaten up by a Giga Chad version of Tails in the end. So, for that regard, I'm going to put him in Detroit as well. Magalore from Kirby. We can all talk about this guy. Little Magalore, little blueberry boy. Anyone got to say anything about him, per se?
I don't know. He is a guy.
Am I the only one who knows about this?
I'd eat him too.
600 calories, I guess. I don't know.
He starts out as a character that gets attacked by some dragons from space that are influenced by the power of the Master Crown. And then Kirby goes around, helps repair his ship, and then defeats the dragon creature. But then he puts the Master Crown on himself and becomes a tyrannical sorcerer that tries to take down Kirby and control Popstar. Kirby takes him down, sends him to a dimension. You go through a redemption arc, ends up making a theme park for Kirby and friends, and later helps him out. So I feel like I'd be besties with him. He's a good boy. Man-Bat from Batman. Tragic person. Tried to be like a scientist that tried to make a cure for deafness using the DNA of a vampire bat injected in human DNA. Didn't work out, turned him into a man-bat creature that goes around terrorizing innocents and whatnot. Does anyone else know about Man-Bat per se?
I know that he's a man-bat.
I mean, that's valid.
So, like, I feel like I would kill him unless we can fix him, but then I would feel bad about it.
In
Like, it
some
wouldn't be like
In some regards, he is like just a ravenous bat creature with no conscience. In some cases, he actually has like a sentience that can be reasoned with. So, I'd hard to say, but I'd try to convince him to be better, or try to fix him anyway. I feel like he deserves a second chance, per se. Who is this character? Oh yeah, Kraven the Hunter from Spider-Man.
His movie sucks, so deaf.
I mean, his main goal in life is just to be the best hunter that ever was, but he wants to be fair with how he kills his prey. But even then, that seems insane, so I'm gonna put him to death. So, Magneto from the X-Men.
Man, I don't even know what to say about Magneto.
He's a complex
He's
character.
kind of annoying in Rivals.
I mean, I really like playing as him in Ravels, but this isn't about Ravels. I mean, this is about his character as a whole. He's a tyrannical ruler for sure, but he's also doing this for the betterment of his own kind because of how poorly they've been mistreated throughout the years by other humans. So on one end, I can sympathize with him, but on the other hand, he's done some pretty horrendous stuff. So, in that regard, I mean, he's done a couple of good things too, to be sure, but I'd pardon him and leave it at that. The Rhino from Spider-Man, literally a man that, like a Russian immigrant that came to New York and was put in an experiment system where he got fused with a polyester rhino suit that gave him strength and speed. He's also kind of a sympathetic character because he's a bit of a klutz sometimes. Like, he's a bit of a, like, he's a rhino for sure. But he can also be more reasonable than the other Spider-Man villains per se. So I try to convince him to be a better person too. We're almost at 3 hours, and we still got a couple more to go. Plus, we got a few more that people suggested too.
Oh yeah.
Rhino seems like a lunch tier to me. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, you got a good point there, Bees. You got a good point. I feel like we still got more to go. We could be here for a while, per se. So we're probably gonna end it here for now. This will be part 1 of part 2. But still, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I had a lot of fun doing this. So thank you, Rash, for
I
being
did,
part of
yeah.
that. Yeah, guys, had
We
fun
killed a
with
lot
this
of
too?
people.
we have we have made the opinion that a lot of people deserve to die, which is not how I wanted it to go, but sometimes it do be like that.
It's funny because the first time you mentioned it, I coincidentally put on a song from Dishonored called "Honor for All." So a little bit ironic, but
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the villains we picked out were pretty horrendous, to be sure. Even if some of you guys didn't know them as well as I did, or vice versa anyway. But still, I think maybe good progress anyway. We put in a lot more than I thought we were, to be sure. But yeah, I have to think about some things that my decisions anyway, for sure. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing this again. Maybe we'll do it again next week to continue the list, if that works for anyone. But
When we
again,
come back, there's gonna be more.
there might be a few more. I'm not going to put in as many as I did this time, because I had like about over 50 suggestions, to be sure, but still. Thank you to Deathmore, Kathy, Gypsy, and Peach, and
Hello.
Johnny, and Bees as
Hi.
well, in regard to being here and talking with me. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here, and thank you, yes you, for watching this and being part of it, and for being such a lovely person. And again, thank you to Ghost for the follow, Johnny and Bees for the raid. And I think that's about all the rest I can think of, dude. So, with that said and done, shall we find somebody to raid into? Let me see who's raiding at this time. Oh. Rathikins is streaming right now. So why don't we go say hi to them before it's too late, because I don't know how long they're streaming for, so. As always, be kind and considerate to those who aid into treat others the way to be treated. And don't be like us. Just don't be like us.
what the hell did I do?
I didn't
Everything
single
is
you out, I
wrong.
just meant like us in general. Trying to be a bit more
You gotta-
forgiving to those we treated. Be forgiving to those that mistreat you, even if it seems hard. We're all people in the end, and we deserve love and kindness. So, that's all I gotta say.
But sometimes people do very irredeemable things. So I don't know your worth, I guess.
Kill them.
That's true.
Be compassionate, but don't be naive, I guess. It's a bit
Yeah.
of a complex situation to say. But either
And
way.
don't kill, remember. That leads to high chaos, which means more enemies will spawn.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If you can avoid it, don't kill
Get the red
anybody.
flag.
Also,
know
you'll
how-
probably get the bad ending or some shit. I don't know. I never really played Dishonored.
Yeah, it's just more people die. That's it.
Something Honor for All, I guess. I don't know.
Put in a raid message before we end off, because there we go. I think the music ended too, so that's quite good timing.
Anaheim. Why do
What
I
a-
gotta go to California though, Deathmore?
Anaheim. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
That doesn't.
Kathy gets sent to Detroit, Peach gets sent to Baltimore, and Gypsy gets sent to
What?
Anaheim. It all works.
You'll
out.
never
Baltimore.
defeat me and send
Fuck
me to
you,
Detroit,
Baltimore.
Jess. You'll never
Baltimore,
defeat me,
more like
Jess. Now that I
Baltimore.
have the power of the Let's Player on my side.
Oh hey, it's Yakuza again.
My friends are very.
Ah,
thankful.